one.
Child behind. Now I suffer the curse, knowing now I am blind. With all this anger, guilt, and sadness coming to haunt me forever, I can't wait for the cliff at the end of the river. Is this revenge I am seeking, or seeking someone to avenge me? Stuck in my own paradox, I want to set myself free. Maybe I should chase and find before they try to stop it. It won't be long before I become a puppet. It's been so long since last I've seen my son lost to this monster, to the man behind the slaughter. Since you've been gone, I've been singing this stupid song so I could ponder the sanity of your mother. With the gift of my past mistakes, but the future keeps luring in like a pack of snakes.
All right. Hello there, Toxins. Welcome. Welcome. How's it going? Welcome to a members chat only stream. Hey, Ty's commenting account. Hey, Sketchy. Hey, Weona. Hey, Definitely Not Robot. Hey, Nightwaker. Purple Max. Idril. Hey, Turtle King. James Giles. Hey, Moth. Hey, Budzik. Hey, Static Ghost. Me and the cartoon. A Dream of Spring was taken. Hey, Ukes. Hey, Spaton. Hey, Hayden-san. Hey, Cool Great Guy. Hey, Paradox Pilot. Crust Chip. Metalhead Plankton. Hey, Redder. A lot of red badges in here today. Welcome. I'm in an excellent mood today. How about you guys? Did you guys see the movie? Because if not, you should probably fucking leave right now, because there's a spoiler full review discussion thing. If you want, like, non-spoilers, if you want my thoughts on the movie without spoiling, go watch the video that I did, literally, like, released 2 hours ago. I made a spoiler-free review, but this is full of spoilers. I am not going to be moderating the chat at all for spoilers, so if you're worried about that, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Shoo. Now the cartoon says, I loved it.
No, and I don't care about spoilers.
Well, fuck it. You know what? At that point, if you don't care about spoilers, then come on in and let's have fun, fuck. So, thank you for the 22 months. Hey, yo-lo-lo-lo. Sup, Phil? While I'm here, I've got a FNAF-related question since this is a FNAF-themed stream. If you've seen What If FNAF Was Planned From the Start video, what did you think of that? I have not. I don't watch many FNAF videos nowadays. Sorry, but I'm not much into the community nowadays, if you could believe that. Nan the Cartoon says, I loved it. Yuke says, I watched the movie 2 days ago. Didn't it literally come out yesterday? How the fuck did you do that, Ukes? Octojoker says, I thought it was fine. Ty's commenting account says, I saw the movie yesterday. I was floored. That could be either positive or negative. I'm not quite sure. James Giles says, got drenched on the way to the cinema and back. Is that a euphemism? I'm just gonna take it literally. Sergeant Gamer says, I saw it yesterday and even got an exclusive poster. Ooh. Hey, Inspections Worth, thank you for the £5.
I just got home now, actually re-seeing it.
Fuck
what
yeah!
the hell is that?
That was my reaction. That was my initial reaction after I finished watching it. I watched it with Nick, by the way. He was supposed to be here, but he got a fever immediately after we finished watching the FNAF 2 movie. So I guess you could say that the movie was literally sick, at least for Nick. So sadly, he's not going to be with us today, so I'm going to have to be just yapping by myself and just talking to chat about the movie's quality. But yeah, I was left a little bit shocked by that ending, but otherwise, if you've seen my spoiler-free review video that is on the channel right now, you can tell that I actually came away from it, like, pretty positively. Hey, Luke Nukem, thank you for the $10.
My right, cool stream. I will not watch it. Yet. Bye-bye.
Alright, well, don't worry. I'll make sure to timestamp the portions of the stream for you when you want to watch the VOD and stuff. This is just gonna be like me being an absolute fucking nerd and just going on about all the stuff that I liked about this movie, just without filter, just without any kind of filter, just complete yap session. Hopefully some of you guys like that kind of content. I don't know, I think I built my entire channel around that kind of concept. Hey, Crystal Gem, thank you for the super chat.
Hi, Phil.
Hello
Won't
there.
stay here for long since I'm seeing the movie with my partner tonight, so I'll
Fair
probably
enough.
scatter in a minute. But I'm excited for it. Hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you. If you want to see my thoughts on it, again, without any spoilers, if you're going to go see the movie this weekend and you don't want to get spoiled, please go watch the spoiler-free review that I released on the channel, like today, this morning. Should be this video right here. Right here. It's on the channel. It's on the front page of the channel. Second scripted video of the entire channel, by the way. And it's still fucking FNAF. It's still FNAF. It's still FNAF. I hate it. I hate it. I was supposed to be working on a Deltarune video next. And I procrastinated on it for so long. The second scripted... I don't want to become a FNAF Tuber channel, man. I'm not doing this on purpose, I swear. It's just really easy to talk about Five Nights at Freddy's. Because I don't care that much for it anymore, but I know enough about it that I feel like I can give my opinions on it. So, it's this thing of like, it's really easy to make FNAF scripted videos compared to Deltarune scripted videos. Does that make sense? Anyways, if you're here and you're going to see the movie and don't want spoilers, please go watch the spoiler-free review. There is some stuff that I say there just to like set up expectations for you, but I would really appreciate if you watched it at least before you go see the movie, because I pulled an all-nighter to make that video, man. I usually don't get scripted videos out within 24 hours, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Make sure to like it and comment on it or whatever helps with the algorithm. Or please, it really helps. The scripted videos really help the channel grow and stuff like that. But they're really hard to make, at least for me. Anyways, hey Hayden San, thank you for the $5.
Unfortunately, I cannot stay because I'm seeing it tonight.
Fair
I'll
enough.
Watch the VOD later. Got my bestie into it, and we're cosplaying as Foxy and Puppet.
Ooh. Okay. Good luck with that, Hayden-san. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. I think that if you're not one of those FNAF fans that is like super stuck up in their like inside of their own ass, if you just go in wanting to have fun instead of like wanting something very, very specific, I think that you'll have fun. I have an entire section of the stream that I want to dedicate to complaining about FNAF fans, because of course I do. Because I think that the worst part of this movie was actually the theater experience for it. Because, oh my god, the theater experience that I got for this movie was the most annoying, worst, like, theater experience that I've had for a movie ever. Like, the day one FNAF movie release, theater experience and theater, like, the crowd around you is just the most annoying assholes ever. I'll have to go into detail a little bit more after we're done with the hangout, though. Hey, Elampersic, thank you for the membership. Welcome to the Toxic Cesspit. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you want to give out your thoughts on the movie and stuff and talk on the stream, this is a members chat only stream, so join the membership if you want to talk. It's better to do that than to have to moderate the chat for these kinds of things, you know? Whenever I get an influx of FNAF fans in my channel, I like to lock it down a little bit so that stuff is like a little bit more chill for the stream, you know? Hey, C Deity.
Potential movie for fans but never well adapted.
Ooh, that's a take. Thank you for the 35 months. I disagree, though. I feel like this is a pretty good adaptation, but you know, we'll have to discuss that. We have a couple of hours. I think that this is going to be like it's not going to be a long stream. It's not going to be like 11 hours long, but we're going to be talking. We're going to be talking. I would say like around 3 hours would be good for the stream. Hey, Saida. I have very few issues, but absolute fun one. I have my big issues, but overall I had fun. Hey, Saida Ghost.
Saw it last night. I didn't hate it, but there was some stuff that I wasn't a huge fan of.
Definitely.
But I had a ton of fun, so it was a good experience.
I think that overall, what's happening with the FNAF 2 movie that did not happen with the first one is that I think that some people are not giving it as much grace as they did the first FNAF movie, because the magic of,
oh my god, Five Nights at Freddy's on the big screen! Oh my god, I love it, I love it, I love it, Daddy, please! Oh my god, big Fazbear on the big screen!
Like that magic of seeing your favorite thing on the theater is now kind of like gone. because it's the second time that is happening, right? So a lot of more people are way less forgiving of like really bad mistakes, you know? It's now way less special of an event for the community, so people are like way more nitpicky and have way more expectations compared to the first one, right? Before, I think that people got swept up in the fact that it was just 5 Nights at Freddy's at all, and they don't realize how troubled the first movie was. I think that a lot of people that have big problems with this sequel don't realize just how flawed the original movie was, because they haven't rewatched it ever since they saw it on the theaters, you know? That's my current theory as to why this movie is getting a much worse reception than the first one did, you know? Hey, Internally Weird, thank you for the $5.
Hi, Phil.
Hello! Hey there, Cartoon
Let's
Queen.
see what's in that head of yours. Underscore Phi Smug.
Why was that such a specific line from the toy animatronics? I like that a lot. Okay, I have another distinct section that I want to talk about, just to talk about the main villain of this movie. The main villain of this movie is by far one of the highlights that I need to talk about incessantly, because I didn't get to talk about the main villain of this movie in my spoiler-free review. Because it's like spoilers, full-on spoilers. There's so much to talk about with the marionette, or the puppet, or... Can we just call it the puppet? Can we just call it... I know that it's called the marionette, and they set the name marionette over and over and over again. I don't care. Can we just keep calling it the puppet? I know that officially Scott was like, it's the marionette, people. I know that everyone calls it the puppet, but like I'm calling it the marionette. Like, I don't care. It's the puppet. It started as the puppet. It will always be the puppet for me. I mean, in FNAF 3, it's called Phantom Puppet, and then for some stupid ass fucking reason, it changed to the marionette afterward. I don't care. Scott, I know that it's your franchise. I know that it's your decision. I know that it's your characters. But I think that name is fucking stupid, and I will always use the puppet. Hey, Mad Z, thank you for the membership. I know the council has made a decision, but that decision is fucking stupid, so I'll ignore it. Hey, Toph the dog, thank you for the super chat.
Personally, it was awesome. I love the more supernatural vibe with Charlie.
Yeah.
My theater was packed, and there were even some cosplayers next to me.
I did see a bunch of cosplayers in my own theater experience. I'm not gonna go into the details of what my theater experience exactly was, because I don't want to give out personal details about my general location, but yeah, there were a bunch of people cosplaying the characters. A surprising amount of puppet cosplayers, actually. Like a bunch of people wearing like goth or like makeup of the puppet, or like really cool cosplays of the puppet. It was really, really, really cool. You could tell they were hyped for Charlotte in this movie, which is I guess the movie delivered on that, you know? Hey, Paradox Pilot.
17 months. 2 as toxic.
Fuck yeah!
I got nothing else to say. I don't use these membership thingies for much else. Lamau.
Well, you can use emotes on the chat, and also eventually, for next season, next year, we're going to be doing exclusive Hangout streams for the Toxic Squad. So I think that you're gonna get more of a use out of that membership eventually. Just, you know, have to prepare for some stuff. I got some good stuff lined up for next season in the next year. Hey, Yolololo, thank you for the super chat. Well then, I'd like to suggest it then. Well, if you want to. It's a pretty cool take on how would FNAF look like if both the gameplay and story were remade, and the animation is awesome. Funnily fucking enough, Yolololo, you know what thing is also if the FNAF story was remade? If FNAF was planned from the start? The movies! Funnily enough, I think that this movie is proving that Scott is using the movie continuity to rewrite a bunch of the mistakes that he made in the original storyline. Like, there are some things in this fucking movie in particular that are very clear signposting for, like, I don't know, 6 movies into the future? Hopefully. It's so interesting, because the FNAF 1 movie was very self-contained, very, very subtle, very, pretty much, I think that Scott planned it. It's probably not going to succeed, let's just do one big self-contained storyline, right? And there was some stuff from other parts of the series, but it was mainly just Easter eggs, right? This movie sets up shit. It sets up so much shit for the future, and I'm like, how are you gonna do that? What? You're gonna plan for that? In like 10 years? Fuck you! I'm so excited. It's interesting. I'm glad that Scott is using the movie continuity to plan out the storyline for the future, and in general just make things cleaner and make things connect together more seamlessly, you know? Hey, Redder.
I went to watch the movie with my not FNAF fans' parents and they really enjoyed it.
Oh shit.
I'm so hyped if they make another movie : if I cry.
Fuck yeah! Yeah, no, I will absolutely go see the third movie. They were very obviously banking on the fact that a third movie will exist, by the way. I think, like, that's the thing with the ending. The ending assumes that there will be a third movie. The cliffhanger at the end is, like, egregious. I have not seen a movie end like that in a long time. It felt less like a movie ending and more like the ending to, like, a TV show, or like I don't know, the ending to an episode of, like, a TV show like Peacemaker or stuff like that. Like, it literally feels like it's begging you to watch the next episode. But there's no next episode! Because they need to take, like, 2 more years to make the third one! And that sucks, because I like when movies end and have satisfying conclusions, not when they just abruptly cut themselves off at the end. So yeah, that's a big point against the movie in my opinion, you know? Hey, Aksarat, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Matsy, for the super chat as well. Hey, Phisnom, saw the movie yesterday in a purple suit and had so much fun. Ooh. But the movie does have issues. It's a little better than the first one.
Saw the movie yesterday in a purple suit.
Hmm?
Had so much fun. But the movie does have issues. But it is a little better than the first one.
I don't agree that it's a little better than the first one. I think that it's much better than the first one. It's just that everyone is currently running on rose-tinted glasses for the first movie. I said this on my spoiler-free review video that you can watch right now on the channel, but I'll say it again. The FNAF 1 movie is not really as good as you remember it was. The only reason for why people give it a pass is because it was, you know, the first of its kind. But if you compare this movie and the FNAF 1 movie, it feels so much more empty and shallow compared to the second one, you know? But that's just my opinion. Maybe you do genuinely like how the first one is set up, but it's a lot of that movie just feels like a waste of time. Hell of an ending, though. The ending to the FNAF 1 movie is great. It's objectively better than this one's. It's weird. The filler of the FNAF 1 movie is so much more boring compared to what's going on in the second one. The second one is so much more chaotic and full of a lot of stuff that needed way more time in the oven and needed way more a bigger running time in order to balance out properly. But the endings are like complete opposite quality. It's so fucking weird.
Watched last night. Wasn't bad at all, but soothing.
Yeah, it's not the most perfect thing in the world. Hopefully, though, as long as people are honest about their thoughts on the movie, maybe we can get something even better for FNAF 3. You know, Purple Tangerine? Thank you for the 22 months, by the way. Like, thankfully enough, if you're in the FNAF community, you already know this, but Scott actually genuinely takes in advice and feedback for the projects that he's working on at the moment. So if you guys, you know, are actually constructive and give real feedback in a way that's not going to come across as like incessant, annoying, bitchy whining, you're gonna get a way better product the next time around, you know? It's I don't know. I think that there's a difference between
It's trash, I hate it. Yeah, it's so trash, it's horrible. They're just milking the series. Meh.
and like, you know, actually pointing out what the problems are and how to fix them. The quality of the criticism from FNAF fans needs to go a little bit up if they want to see any kind of improvement. Hey Nick, voice acting, thank you for the $5.
When I got home from the movie, I legit wrote a summary of the film to make sure I wouldn't forget any of the details. It took me an hour.
I mean, why do you think I have a spoiler-free review right now up on the channel? Because yeah, I also couldn't stop thinking about the details of the movie, and ended up beating my procrastination. I just did an entire review video all in one sitting, like, overnight. Fucked up my sleeping schedule, by the way, but I was already broken anyway, so who the hell cares? Hey, Rocky Stan.
Hey Phil. Hope you're doing well.
Thank
Review
you.
of the FNAF 2 movie are very undeserving low. Also unrelated, but Tadk episode 7 trailer got out.
What?
D.
What? It did? Hold on a second. Wait. The Amazing Digital Circus. I haven't watched it! Holy shit. Okay, wait. Before we start the stream properly, does anybody want to watch the Amazing Digital Circus episode 7 trailer? Holy shit. I'm gonna do a reaction stream of the episode next week. Okay. Leave the funny FNAF bear game aside for like a second. I need to watch this. Holy shit. Okay. Digital Circus episode 7 trailer. Okay.
On the next episode of the Amazing Digital Circus, it's time to soak in the sun.
Yeah! Beach episode! Oh. Hello? Oh, the little mannequin thing.
Amazing Digital Circus,
it's the mannequin guy.
To soak in the sun as
Okay.
On the next episode of the Amazing Digital Circus, it's time to soak. On the next episode of the Amazing Digital Circus.
Hello, mannequin.
Next episode,
what was that?
It's time to.
I
think I found the way to leave.
What the fuck was that voice? Yo! What the fuck was that? Hold on. Okay, Jax. Oh god, Jax. Oh, Jax. Oh, Jaxie. Oh, Jaxie. That's Ribbit in the background. He still has pictures of Ribbit in the background. Oh, baby boy, you're so fucked. Jax, we are so fucked. Oh, and it's Kaufmo as well? Were you also close to Kaufmo? Oh, baby. He gonna die. He gonna fucking die. Oh, my boy gonna fucking die. What was that silhouette in one of the glitchiness effects? Kane's office. I've never seen Kane's plays, actually. Yeah, there was a silhouette of something. What is that? What is that? Oh, that's Kane. All right. The fuck's going on with you? Ooh. Where the hell are they? That's not the beach episode. Oh god, that's the exit door. I have no idea what... Ooh, you could actually see Jax coming out of his own door, I think. Is he gonna be coming out of the door, like, abstracted? Yeah, you can see, like, his own door and him opening it. Is he gonna come out of there abstracted? I think he's gonna die. Oh, my poor rabbit boy is going to fucking bite it. Okay. That was a short little aside thing for the stream, but oh, I'm really excited for next week. Oh, my boy's gonna die so hard. My face when you fumble a bad bitch once, so you gotta kill yourself. Oh my god, poor Jax. Please, your life is precious, boy. Please, don't do it. Alright. Anyways, we were talking about Five Nights at Freddy's. I can't believe that I'm actually swerving the topic back to Five Nights at Freddy's. It's... wow. Things have really changed on this channel, so, from the past few years, huh? Anyways. Hey, Starry Sparky, thank you for the $5 super chat.
I had so much fun seeing it last night. Some pacing issues, especially at the end, but as someone that's been here for all 11 years...
Hell yeah! Exactly, Starry. I don't know, I feel like... I'm in this weird position, right? Because... I have been a fan of Five Nights at Freddy's ever since the start, like the very first game's release. Like, I was in there day one, right? But at the same time, I'm also just kind of over it by this point. I will only interact with the series if I'm interested in it. So I'm way less committed to the series than before, so I'm way less prone to being overly apologetic towards it or being way too nitpicky, you know? So I feel like I know enough about the movie to enjoy the fan service without feeling overly biased towards it. You know, I enjoy it for what it is. I don't become overly defensive or overly critical of it, you know? I think that's the... I think that's a good balance. I think that's a healthy balance for... What the fuck do you mean? The Iron Lung trailer! Wait, what? Iron Lung? Markiplier's Iron Lung? Where? Motherfucker. Everything's happening this week! Jesus. Also, look at this fucking thumbnail. And the first recommended. Wow, I wonder what overall critical reception of the movie is. Wow, it's almost like ugh. I don't want to become a FNAF defender, man. I'm just trying to give out my genuine thoughts on the movie, but I seem like a contrarian because everyone just genuinely hates this movie. It's so weird, you know? Like, I don't want to be a FNAF defender. I fucking hate the FNAF community. I don't want to go to bat for them. But I also just like the movie, so it's like, fuck. I have to be a contrarian against these people. Anyways, Iron Lung trailer? Let me check that out. We're still in the hangout portion of the stream, by the way, so we're gonna go full into the thoughts on the movie in a bit. Wow, 46 minutes ago. Iron Lung, final trailer. Holy shit, greasy hair Markiplier, let's go. Let's see. Wouldn't it be so fucking funny if this movie ends up having a better critical reception than the fucking FNAF movie? If the king of FNAF ends up, like, making a movie that's better received than both FNAF movies combined, wouldn't that be fucking funny? Anyway, let's see. What up? What do you got for us, Mark?
I see that question in your eyes.
Oh god.
For what purpose do we remain alone in the dark?
Beginning the descent. Cruising depth in roughly 2 minutes. Stand by.
I ask myself that very same question.
I'm seeing some voltage irregularities on the instrument, so keep an eye out for sparks or flames or anything like that.
Why would there be flames? You did test this thing, right?
This is the test. Closing porthole shielding.
Where's the reason for this quiet rapture?
Oh, the set looks amazing. It's just like the game, actually.
Too few to rebuild, too many to feed.
You're the first one down. All we have are surface scans, that's why you're there. Well, one of the reasons.
Oh. Are they actually going to show the outside, or is it going to be exclusively inside the iron lung? Ooh.
Can we just agree this is important? Food, air. We need this, not just the COI, all of us. We need this.
There aren't enough of us left to be throwing lives away, but there is too much at stake not to take calculated risks.
Ooh.
You don't understand that. You don't understand that.
I just want to live. That's so wrong.
Okay, hold on.
Why doesn't anybody else want that?
Okay, hold on a minute. Hey, Mark, can you do that again really quick? Can we run that by again a little bit?
I just want to live. Is that so wrong?
Okay.
Why doesn't anybody else want that?
Okay, that could have used a couple more takes, I guess. I suppose. I guess I'm way too used to the way that he talks, so like that kind of came off as a little goofy instead of like dramatic. We'll see how the acting goes, I guess. I don't know. I never pegged Markiplier for like a super serious like film actor or movie star, so well, we'll have to see how he does with this one. Okay, that's well, we'll see. I'm interested. I'm probably not gonna make like a full-on video review thing for it unless I have a lot to say about it. I don't know. I enjoyed Iron Lung when I played it on stream. He was pretty good at In the Edge of Sleep. I have not seen that one. Anyways, let's continue through the super chats. We're just turning this stream into a fucking movie/show review discussion at this point. I don't fucking know. Hey, remember when you guys wanted me to focus on talking about Five Nights at Freddy's? What's up with that, assholes? I'm talking about FNAF. You fucking focus on FNAF now. God damn you. Nah, it's alright. Hey, Miss Creation, thank you for the $5.
If you were forced to play one for eternity, or play FNAF 2 game or SB.
Ooh. I mean, that's tough, because FNAF 2 would be literal non-stop chaotic torture. And with Security Breach, that would basically just be trapped in the Matrix, but the Matrix is glitchy as fuck. And you would have like a lot of time to just relax in empty environments. I would say Security Breach, because it would be less of a pain in the ass to constantly have to survive for eternity, you know? I think that you don't understand how much eternity means, you know? Hey, Graham.
Do you think they'll go for the hat trick on Living Tombstone in the credits?
I think that every single FNAF movie from here on out will have a Living Tombstone song attached to it. I think that they made a deal. I think that they had to sign a contract or something for it, because it was a pleasant surprise for the FNAF 1 movie to include a Living Tombstone song, but it's like the FNAF song. It's literally called the Five Nights at Freddy's song, so if there was going to be a song for the credits of the first FNAF movie, it was going to be that one. Now, it's a pattern. It's an official pattern that every single FNAF movie is going to have the Living Tombstone song attached to it at the end, which is weird, considering how the lyrics of the It's Been So Long song are nonsense. Like, especially for the context of this movie, the FNAF 2 song, It's Been So Long, has nothing to do with the story of this movie at all. It's so fucking funny. It's like, it's been so long since last I've seen my son. I mean, like, who? What? What are you talking about? It's so outdated. It's really funny. Hey, Ace Drawings, thank you for the $2. Charlotte's more of an interesting villain, in my opinion. Yes. I have so much to talk about Charlotte. People are genuinely underestimating how good of a villain Charlotte is for this particular movie and just series in general, you know? I loved what they did with Charlotte. I'm gonna have like an entire section talking about that. Ace Drawings on chat says, okay, but what about FNAF 6? There is no FFPS song. Gotta be honest, I don't think that there's much of a chance that they're gonna get to FNAF 6. Considering the critical reception, we're really gonna have to see how well the FNAF 2 and FNAF 3 movies perform. The FNAF 1 movie was a critical success because it was, you know, the first Five Nights at Freddy's finally in the big screen after years of build-up and anticipation. This one is like, not that. So I think that we're gonna have to see how successful FNAF 2 and FNAF 3 are, because if they're not, if they're way less of a success than the first one, we might actually have to end it at 3, you know? Maybe we'll get to Sister Location, maybe if we're lucky, but FNAF 6, I think at some point, like, movie fatigue is gonna start setting in, and after that happens, it's gonna be really hard to bounce back, you know? Hey, Welk Lord Real, thank you for the super chat.
Hi, Phil. Just got back from seeing it. Really loved it for the most part.
Me as well. Literally, so many tiny little things that I can... in this stream, I will just gush over openly. Because once again, full spoilers discussion stream, I will be talking about all the tiny little details that made me fall in love with this movie. I know that they're very small and they're not, you know, things that overall make a movie quote-unquote objectively great, but it just tickles this part of my brain that I'm like, oh, I like that bit. Oh, I like that bit. I'm like a little kid, like, picking apart their favorite candies and like a bowl of candies, like,
Oh, I like that bit. I like that bit. Oh my god, this one is cute. I like this. This one made me laugh.
That's what made me enjoy this movie. It felt like a candy bag of goodies. Now, obviously, if you want something a little bit more structured, a little bit more generally good, I guess this one is not for you, but it's just like the tiny little moments that make me smile that made this movie worth it for me, you know? Hey, Jay-Z Gamer, thank you for the $5.
A part of me wants Scott to just finish the 3 and then go all out scary with 4 and others afterwards, since they are considering continuing if success.
Oh, just make FNAF 4 like a psychological horror movie? Just fuck it? Make it Skinamarink? Imagine, have any of y'all seen Skinamarink? Can you imagine going 3 for 3, FNAF 1, 2, and 3, making them like really weird, goofy kid horror movies, right? Like they're very standard for kids horror movies, right? Not really that spooky, not really that scary, just full of fan service and stuff like that. And then suddenly you get to FNAF 4 and it's like Skinamarink. Like, it's analog horror, super fucking creepy, genuinely terrifying, and like traumatizing of a horror movie. Like, it's just completely 180 degree on the mood. That would be so fucking funny. Because you would be on the 4th movie of the series, and then suddenly you get Nightmare TV MIA, like, fuck you, R-rated horror movie. Like, live child torture scenes in the middle of this relatively goofy adventure horror series. Oh, he's so fucking good. If Scott had the balls to do that, I would respect the shit out of him. Hey, that Rift person, thank you for the super chat. Puppet with the Elder Mimic hands. Have you fucking... Oh god, the shit that they do with the puppet in this one is so cool. I need to wait until I get to that part of the stream to talk about it, because otherwise it will be nothing. I will talk about nothing but that for like an hour straight. Hey Ayato, thank you for the membership, and thank you Nicholas for the membership as well. Thank you as well for the real miscreation for the $5. To me, it kind of feels like Scott is trying to redo the novel trilogy, as this movie feels a lot like the Twisted ones. I've seen some people say that, but is that true or not? I haven't read the FNAF books.
To me, it kinda feels like Scott is trying to redo the novel trilogy, as this movie feels a lot like the Twisted ones.
Is that true? I genuinely haven't seen anything about the original FNAF book trilogy. Hell, I have not read a single word off of any of the FNAF books. Saida says, the first movie already had a lot of similarities to the Silver Eyes. I mean, what's the thing that makes it like the Twisted ones? Because again, I really have no point of comparison for that. Yes, they adapt the movies on the books. Just a book trilogy? Yeah, that's the first 3 that they did. The ending was similar? Huh. Well shit, no wonder I dislike the ending. The robots roaming around. She possessed Vanessa. Unless Charlie possesses a robot that was secretly built by Henry that looks like she could look as an adult, I don't think so. I don't know. The book trilogy, I just never paid attention to it, even as like an OG fan. It just didn't really feel like something I would be interested in, you know, so I guess I can't really talk about the similarities to the books, personally. Hey Mason, thank you for the $2. I don't like the idea of there being 2 mics. I do, 'cause I think that giving this mic the Afton backstory would be kinda fucking stupid, in my opinion. I don't know, I like the Mikey that we got for the protagonist role of this movie. But I think that making him the son of Afton would be kinda dumb. Also, I like the relationship that he and Vanessa have, and I don't want that to become something creepy if he turned out to be Afton's secret son or whatever. So, yeah, I don't know. I think that having Michael Afton and Mike Schmidt be 2 different characters, at least for this version of the story, works out really well. And at the end of the day, you kind of need an everyman. I know that it's like,
but it's technically, it's not like the game, so it's like garbage, because like, I'm not used to this. This is not like I imagined it to be.
It's like, you kind of need an everyman in these movies, dude. You need a character that is experiencing this out of context and needs to learn things just in the same speed as the audience. And for someone to be there that is outside of the bullshit, especially for Five Nights at Freddy's, you need a character that is experiencing things in the way that the audience is. Because if this becomes like a fucking incestual, all about the Aftons, this family drama bullshit that is never-ending conflict between family members, it just becomes messy and weird and boring, and it's part of the problem that made the later additions to the FNAF lore so annoying and frustrating to me. So, taking Michael, the Afton child, and sectioning that off from the protagonist and making that its own character, I think it works. I think it genuinely works. Now, the portrayal of the character himself, that's a different story. Because he looks like a fucking incel. He looks like a fucking incel. It's so weird. He's got that like Peter Parker cut, but he looks like 40 years old. So it's like this 40-year-old incel that kind of still has the haircut of like a high schooler. Like Bully Maguire ass motherfucker. Yeah, exactly, Weona. Like he looks like Voldemort incel. I don't know how to explain it. He looks like he never got out of his family's home. Like he got bullied in high school, and that's why he has to bully children for the rest of his life, because he's like filled with incel rage or some shit like that. He looks, yeah, Toph the dog says he looks constantly devious. He looks like he does the Megamind like DreamWorks stare 24/7. He looks so fucking stupid, but I guess that's a good way of differentiating him from Mike, you know? Sadly, he will never be like his daddy. He's got like 2 scenes at the beginning and end of the movie, and he's not a good antagonist at all. If he was the main antagonist of this movie, it would have been a fucking disappointment. I'm so glad that Charlotte was the main drive for the entirety of the movie, because little Michael Afton here is a shadow sitting behind his father. Like he barely fucking matters in this movie. The devious Daniel looking ass. Yeah. Hey, the real miscreation, thank you for the super chat. Again. And FNAF in the same sentence. It'll have to end eventually.
I forgot to say, play PVZ DLC mod. Trans rights.
Trans rights. Thank you, Adventure Arcana, for the 6 months. Thank you, Cold Cola, for the 23 months.
Hey Phil, just wondering, do you plan on in the future to react to Vita Carney's season 2?
Yes, literally next week. If you want the full schedule for next week, on Thursday, we're going to be watching the Game Awards. On Friday, we're going to be reacting to the Amazing Digital Circus episode 7. Then we're going to be watching Vita Carney season 2, and then we're going to be re-watching the Walton Files. So, get hyped for that next week. I still need to make the thumbnails for that, though. Hey, Ultimate Nick.
Have you talked about the teacher in the crowd yet?
No, we're still in the Hangout portion of the stream, Nick. We haven't technically talked about the movie much right now. I'm just reading off the super chat before we begin. Don't worry, we're about to end, though. Thank you. Hey, Logan.
About to go watch it. We'll see the VOD. Have fun.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Logan. Thank you for the 24 months. And thank you, Bill Doherty, for the 5 months.
The first movie gives me such a feeling that I can't get the same from the second movie, but I hope that doesn't feel like him hating it. It was SM better.
You know what that sounds like to me, Bill Doherty? I think that feeling is called novelty. I think that it was because everyone was so looking forward to the first movie being a thing for 5+ years, and everyone got kind of swept up in the hype of it all, you know? And this one, it's much less special. Not because it's worse, but because it came after the first one. And I don't really like that that can be used as a point against this movie, because if you take both movies out of context from their release and you compare them against each other, this one is so much better. In my opinion, this one is so much better. Hey, Nightwalk Waker, thank you for the $2. Puppy Chapter 5 trailer is also out. Shut the fuck up! Oh my god, really? Wait, We got Digital Circus Episode 7 trailer, we got Iron Lung trailer, and we got Poppy Chapter 5. What the fuck? Why is everyone trying to eat FNAF 2's lunch? What the hell, man? Alright, fine, I'll watch it, I guess. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god. I'm not throwing shit at you, by the way. Nightwaker. I'm just saying, why did everything come out today? Everything come out today. Christmas came early. Exactly, Castar. All right, Poppy Chapter 5 trailer. Let's see what the fuck is going on today. All right, let's see. Welcome Home. Poppy Chapter 5 cinematic trailer. Hello, Poppy. Poppy playtime.
It's time to come home. Not just things gone wrong. We're people.
The fuck was that? Is that a butt plug? Sin? Alright. That is, that just looks like more Poppy playtime, I guess. I don't know. Not really sure what else to say about that. That one doesn't really inspire much excitement to me. It just looks like more Poppy playtime. They really gotta do something weird for this new chapter to get me excited for it, because, I think that we all know the formula of Poppy playtime by this point, and it's not... If it doesn't change anytime soon, it's not going to, be very relevant when it comes out, in my opinion. That's oh, we got the new character. Oh, what is it? Oh, it's a big toy that has long appendages. Wow. So exciting. It's not like this hasn't happened already 4 fucking times over. Oh yeah, whatever. I'll probably still play it when it comes out. I'll give anything a chance at this point. I've lost my dignity at this point. I'll give anything a chance. Hey, Kitty Demon.
Just dropping by to say hi. Can't stay since I haven't seen it yet and want to avoid spoilers as best I can.
Thank you.
Going on the 15th, though.
Fuck yeah, Kitty Demon. Good luck with that. Hopefully you'll enjoy the movie as much as I did.
Thank you.
Hey, that rift person?
Questions. Who did Wayne Knight dirtier? The Dilophosaurus or Chica? Also, who deserved it more? Dennis Nedry or Mr. Berg?
I have no idea what any of that means. Wait, hold on. Oh, you mean the character, the victims in this movie? I hated the fucking teacher the most, I think. Good question. I think that the teacher was my favorite victim in this movie because he was a fucking asshole in the... I liked the very obvious horror movie victim that is going to get brutally killed off for being mean to the main character. And Chica grabbing this fucking dude's head, lifting him up into the air and just like crushing it was great. I just wish that there was like more blood or any kind of particle effect applied to that, because it was just way too clean of a kill. I don't... I dislike how much of a pussy the creators of these movies are when it comes to blood and gore. It's always in the background, it's always off screen, it's always shown in shadows. I know it's meant to be a PG-13 movie, but I don't give a fuck! Show me more blood, god damn it! At least there was some blood in the river scene of this movie, but still, I want more! I want more fucked up shit! Come on! Give me... I would have been happy if, like, he crushed his head and then you could see, like, blood spurting out on the floor or something. I don't know. Give me a little bit more. Just a little bit more. I sound like a psychopath saying that, but I want that blood. I want those guts. Come on, give it to me! Hey, Bloop Bleep, thank you for the super chat. The only thing I hate is that Henry Emily feels like a cameo. I mean, yeah, he was a cameo. He was pretty much set up exclusively for future films. This was not his movie at all. He just gave some exposition about his daughter and then fucked right off. But I think that actually is accurate to FNAF 2, because Fredbear's Family Diner had a similar thing, right? Like, they mentioned Fredbear's Family Diner in one of the FNAF 2 phone calls and never really addressed it past that. I feel like that's the kind of same thing that's going on with Henry now. It's clearly not meant to be the main focus of this movie, but he'll show up eventually. Especially if you saw, like, the second post-credits scene of the movie. Like, it's obvious that he's gonna be there in the future.
Thank you.
Hey, Nightlight, thank you for the $5.
I personally feel that they'll make the third movie a mix of 3 and Sister Location, or if they make it to 4, mix that with Sister Location.
How the ever-loving fuck are you gonna make Sister Location with 3? Unless you split the movie into 2 and you have one split following Michael Afton and you have the other split following Mike Schmidt or something? I don't know. Hey, Unpainted Kitchens.
Just skip to Security Breach for 4.
I would kill myself! Thank you for the 4 months. No. Hey, Yodololo, thank you for the super chat. Swear we'll stop talking about FNAF plan from the start, but fun fact, they released recently the FNAF 2 version, and Raito's voices acted in it. Okay, that's nice. Hey, Dream of Spring.
Wow, this movie gave Michael Afton even a little characterization, because the most we've ever gotten for him is being mildly disturbed by his innards getting replaced with sentient metal spaghetti.
Do you guys think that we'll see innarded Michael Afton in a future installment? Like, we'll actually see a purple-skinned, barely alive motherfucker as, like, the protagonist of one of the movies? I wouldn't mind that. Maybe Michael can get some character development and he can stop being such a daddy's boy and he can be, like, the protagonist of a future installment. I wouldn't mind that at all. Hey, Boss Slayer, thank you for the $2. I really want a kid's psychological horror movie. Just put Abby in Silent Hill. See what happens. Hey, Mr. Helpy, thank you for the super chat. Your review of the second movie was probably the best I've seen in a while. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. IMO, FNAF 2 is kind of like the middle of a sentence. You need 1 and 3. So you mean like Spider-Verse? I kind of hate how appropriate the metaphor of this movie being the second Spider-Verse movie is. You can really tell that this is meant to be, like, right in the middle of a trilogy. And it suffers because of it. It's not a compliment. It's a criticism. I feel like your movie should have a fucking proper ending, asshole. You should not leave it off for the third film to make your ending. That sucks! I'm not even giving this movie shit for it. I'm giving every other movie that does this shit. I also hate... Well, I don't hate the movie, but I also dislike that part of Spider-Verse as well. Give it a proper conclusion. Don't just do a to be continued in the next few years. Please stay tuned. Fuck you, I hate that. Shut up. Hey, Yornan, thank you for the £5.
Just finished the film. I thought it was great. I pray we get a third. Folded hands emoji. Folded hands
okay, wait.
Folded hands
okay,
emoji.
wait. But you say you pray that we get a third. I thought that the third one was already confirmed. What the fuck? Chad, I thought that it was confirmed that we were going to get a third one. Like This movie's ending is a screaming cliffhanger. What do you mean a third movie is not confirmed? What? What? It is confirmed, ignore that guy. Okay, wah! Okay, good. Fuck. Cause can you fucking imagine if this is the final FNAF movie? Oh my fucking god! Yeah, no. The reason for why I'm not mad about the ending of this movie is because we're pretty much gonna get a third one guaranteed. If there wasn't a third one, this would be stupid. Can you fucking imagine? I'm sorry, guys. The critical reception was so fucking bad. Nobody went to see our movie, so we don't have budget to make a third one. Sorry. I guess that's it. Please look forward to Secret of the Mimic 2, Mimicking Harder, now on Netflix and HBO. It's like, what? No, what the fuck? Hey, Plush Bro, thank you for the membership as well. Thank you, Shy Mike, for the $5. I don't like the idea of Millhouse having 2 mics. Millhouse?
Thank you.
You mean Blumhouse? What?
I don't like the idea of Millhouse having 2 mics in one FNAF movie.
Millhouse? I mean, technically it's not 2 mics. You have Mike and you have Michael. That's different, right? That's like, you have Steve and Steven. They're two completely different characters. You know, just like the character. You know, Five Nights at Freddy's. You know Five Nights at Freddy's, the series that has the distinct individual different characters: Jeremy Fitzgerald, Jeremy, and Jeremy. You know those. You know the series that has 4 fucking different people called the same thing. Hey, Sergeant Gamer.
Emo Michael Afton, emo fucking Michael Afton.
Evil fucking emo Michael Afton. You know what's so fucked about Michael Afton in this movie? His haircut actually is accurate to his sister location sprite, though. Like, he actually looks like the sprite. For real. They got him accurate. Mr. Helpy, thank you for this super chat. Early FNAF hit really hard because of the unrelated characters. Makes it feel like a real event and that actually impacted people. Just a thought. I didn't think about it that way, actually. I just hate the side characters because I think that they're pointless. But I guess you could kind of see it that way. But for a first movie in a trilogy, it did feel kind of a waste to have so many side characters. I did like Doug, though. Doug was pretty cute. Hey, Nightwaker, thank you for the $5.
I don't mind Michael being a villain, but I feel like we needed more explanation/context for him. Where was he during the first movie, for example?
Fuck you! That's the explanation that you get. It's so funny because you're super right, by the way. Because you can definitely tell that they did not think about FNAF 2 at all in the context of the first movie. Hey, Vanessa! What's up with, your secret brother that you didn't tell me about that has my exact name? Or, the whole-ass other pizzeria that also has haunted-ass ghost children in it? What do you mean you neglected to talk to me about all that shit? What do you... Michael's reaction in this movie is so funny, because he's an everyman, and he doesn't have any context for the pizzeria stuff. So it's like, what do you mean there's a whole-ass other pizzeria that came before this one with, like, sci-fi-looking motherfucking robots with a whole-ass different child murder that took place in there, plus that you got a secret brother, like, holding down the fort on that location? Because, like, Vanessa was holding down the fort in the FNAF 1 location, right? And then you got the secret Afton kid, the neglected Afton kid on the other location, yucking it up with Charlotte. For, like, what? A decade plus? Man, this movie series is fucking dumb. Eclipse Durgan, thank you for the super chat. Again, I'm sorry, but make this 1,264 videos now. Fuck yeah. I don't even have that many in my channel. Hey, Devin Nuts.
Just I get the DVD.
Is this movie gonna come out on DVD? I'm not sure. Hey, Nightwaker, thank you for the $2. I love the Aunt Lawyers had a quick cameo. I love Doug. Doug should be in every movie, especially FNAF 4. Hey, Toph the dog. Phil, you sound like a vampire. Are you one? Am I, though? I do not know. Maybe you should get your neck closer to my teeth and find out. Hey, The Real Miscreation, thank you for the $2. If FNAF 3 is like the fourth closet, it'll be decent. I have not heard many good things about that book, so I don't know about that one.
Just like the games.
Just like the games. Just like the games, FNAF 2 is chaotic and unfocused and disorganized and probably rushed compared to the development of the first movie. Yes. Hey, Ho-Weeb.
I hated the first movie because it forgot that it was a movie about a game where animatronics stalked you. This one at least spent time on that.
That's what I'm fucking talking about! You hit the nail on the head. That's exactly what I'm fucking talking about. This one actually put focus on the things I wanted instead of like, wah, I have trauma, wah, my brother got fucking killed, wah, I'm so fucking sad. Anyway, I'm gonna go sleep. Do you know about dream theory? I'm gonna sleep for the entirety of the fucking movie. Actually playing the game, looking at the cameras and guarding against animatronics. Oh, who gives a fuck about that, right? I'm just gonna sleep. I'm gonna be a sleepy boy, and I'm gonna be repeating the same fucking thing over and over again in the forest because the crew got permission to film in this forest for like one day, so we had to film half of the movie's runtime in this one fucking cheap-ass forest. Oh, you couldn't even get, like, okay, I'm mad about that, because, like, why a fucking forest? Why? Couldn't you know, film it inside of the pizzeria? Couldn't Mike have lost his brother, you know, in the actual pizzeria? Why the fuck did Afton kidnap a random kid in a forest picnic event thing? Like, why? Literally fucking why? You could have just reused the set that you already had. And it would have made more sense for the story, because then Mike would have been actually tied to the location. Like, what? Literally, why the fuck was it a forest? Because it was spooky? Because it was cheaper to film in there? Anyway, yeah, I have my issues with the FNAF 1 movie. It was neat. It was alright. But the whole dream sequence bullshit, it was just completely detracted from it, in my opinion. And now that we have the FNAF 2 movie to compare, yeah, no, I don't see why people are saying that the first one is better in any capacity. Hey, Burning Bad, thank you for the $2. Can't watch the stream. Going to go see the movie. Good luck, my boyo. Hey, Gabby the Clown, thank you for the 2 months. What did you think about...
What did you think of Marionette and Golden Freddy kinda swapping roles? I thought it was interesting, _5blobcorn. Sorry if you already talked about it.
I mean, we're still in the Hangout portion of the stream. I'm still just responding to super chats, but I would say I very much enjoyed the way that the Marionette was portrayed in this movie. Because, oh my fucking god, she was so angry. She was so pissed off. Like, it was an actual pissed off ghost. And I felt like the ghosts of the first movie were just, you know, way too innocent, way too kind, way too, I don't know, chill. I very much appreciated Charlotte's like non-stop infinite crash out on this movie. It's it made this movie so much more, have so much more stakes than the first one. Because like the first one is like the animatronics barely wanted to kill Mike, honestly. It felt like if Mike just kind of talked to them a little bit and sorted things out with them, they would have been just chill. But with this one, Charlotte just wants to fucking kill. Charlotte just wants to kill! And I'm a big fan of that, because it makes the puppet threatening, it makes the action more, not believable, but more, have higher stakes. It makes the animatronics more threatening, and in general, it gives the antagonist something to do, rather than just be a spooky ghost kind of just hanging around in the pizzeria, you know? Charlotte's goal of, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna kill every single fucking adult in this town, fuck them all, they all need to die, is so it's so cool. I love the puppet, I love the Marionette in this movie. If anything, I would say I prefer the way that the Marionette is described in this movie compared to the games. In the games, I don't know, it feels like the Marionette being this protector, this kind protector of children that wants everyone to move on and go on into a better place. It's kind of wasted potential, honestly. The Marionette has such a creepy-ass fucking design, and the concept of a marionette that can control and manipulate other animatronics to do their bidding, that is a much more evil fucking character design compared to Golden Freddy, you know? And the movie leaning into that and making Charlotte an actual villain fits so much more. It fits so much more with what I personally wanted from the puppet. And I guess this is something that, I don't know, fucking know, people will clip this and then share it around or something, and whatever. Anyway, just a little quick thing to explain why I loved the puppet in this movie so much. The whole deal with the puppet, and the puppet being the main antagonist of this movie, and the puppet controlling the animatronics in this movie, is pretty much one-to-one exactly what I wanted to do with FNAF Plus. The whole idea of this child that got killed by this child murderer in the back of the pizzeria, and then the child being so fucking mad about it that it's forcing all the other characters into taking revenge, is extremely compelling to me. Now, obviously there's some differences. For example, in my version of the idea, at least, the puppet did not want to kill every single child, but the puppet wanted to befriend other children by taking them in and turning them into more of itself. So they wanted to forcefully have children from the pizzeria stay in there forever by turning them into the animatronics and then being able to control them. Essentially, instead of being rageful towards adults, it's more of a, I feel so lonely, I feel so ostracized, nobody wanted to be my friend during while I was alive. So now that I have the power, I will forcefully make other kids be friends with me, and I will be... This will be our playground forever, you know? And the adults? Fuck the adults! They killed me! Fuck them, I hate them! That kind of thing, you know? So, yeah, I wanted to give the puppet a lot more of a villain role in FNAF Plus, and I am just so glad that this movie took that opportunity. It felt like a dream of mine. It felt like I was being fucking gaslit when I was seeing the movie, and I was like, oh, they're literally doing the thing that I wanted! Fuck yeah, dude! I'm so happy about it. Even the thing with the remote control stuff. I had like an entire phone call in FNAF Plus talking about how the animatronics weren't allowed to roam around freely during the day, and if they wanted to control them, there was like a remote control system. But it was quote-unquote malfunctioning, and the animatronics were moving around without the manual control system, so that was weird and paranormal. And then it ended up being revealed that the Marionette was the one using that remote control system to control the animatronics, and that's why they had the red eyes and stuff like that, etc, etc. I barely remember the details anymore because it's been fucking years, and I don't have the design document with me anymore, but the whole thing was every animatronic was built in with remote controls, and the puppet used those remote controls to take over the animatronics and force them to do stuff against their will. So every character had obviously still a child inside of them, and they were still possessed, but the kids were being forcefully compelled to do horrible things against their will. So most of the souls inside of the animatronics were innocent, except for this one evil child. You know? Phil, the chat is frozen on stream. Oh, why is that? Why is that a thing? Hold on. Why does that keep happening? There we go. That should be in. Anyways, the whole thing with the toys and the prototypes having a remote control system that could be bypassed and could be taken over by an evil spirit was straight out of my dreams and my plans for my own FNAF fan game. So I am so happy to see it live on the big screen. I guess I'm massively biased towards this take of like this interpretation of Charlotte, because it's literally what I wanted to do. It's literally what I wanted to do, and I feel so vindicated because of it. Because it's exactly what I thought the puppet could have been if more emphasis was put on the puppet as an antagonist, you know? Hey Foxy Gamer, thank you for the $5.
Back from the movies, me and my dad enjoyed it better than the first movie, but does have a worse ending, unfortunately.
Yep, I think that is the overall popular opinion between like FNAF fans that have a brain and are not like mindlessly praising the movie, you know? Hey Rift Person, thank you for the $5.
Still a better midpoint than Halloween Kills was to its trilogy. Added more of everything except a body count.
Yep. Thank you, Fartface, for the $5.
Just left the theater. I absolutely loved FNAF 2. It owns the campiness like a Chad.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good way of saying it. This movie is campy as hell, and I love the campiness of it. Hey, Plush Bro, thank you for the $5.
A little off topic, but the bootleg Freddy plush scene caught me so off guard.
Yeah, I was waiting for someone to bring that up. If no one was going to bring it up, I was going to bring it up as well at the start of the discussion. But, dude. The bootleg Freddy plush, like having a little speaker inside of it and going... It's like the exact soundbite from the TikTok as well. They probably had to get permission from the influencer that made that original TikTok, but it's just like I want a plushie that does that. Can we get an official plushie that has like a speaker inside of it that does that? I mean, Fangamer did the same shit with Spamton. Why couldn't FNAF get one of those? I want the bootleg, the official bootleg Freddy plush with the stupid fucking horror sound effect inside of it, please. It would literally sell like hotcakes. It would be great, please. It's everyone on the theater when that happened, like rioted. Like it was so great. Everyone got the reference immediately, and it wasn't even lame. Like I think I would personally equate it to that scene in the first Sonic movie where there's this crazy homeless guy showing a picture of Sonic, the badly drawn Sonic picture. Because even though it's a reference to something from the internet and like a meme from the internet, it's also a joke that can stand on its own. You know, it's just a stupid little funny small bit that makes me smile without it being overly obnoxious about being like, hey, do you recognize this? You see this reference? Remember this reference? Like, it's not a reference that's going to go bad within a few years. It's just this small little funny thing that I adored personally, you know? That's my opinion on it.
Thank you.
Hey, Nightwaker, thank you for the $5.
Don't forget that this movie also gave us Jeremiah.
What?
Which Jeremy is short for.
Wait, who? What? Wait, what? Who? Who's Jeremiah? Oh, did we get a 5th Jeremy? Mike's friend? Oh, I forgot his name completely. Hold on. FNAF movie Jeremiah. Yo, dude, yeah, the one from the guy from the first one that helped out Mike. Oh, he's called fucking Jeremiah? Are you kidding me? Ugh, Scott, why are you like this? Thank you, Karate Kick, for the $5. I was in. Oh,
Thank you.
hey, Spider Hater, thank you for the $5.
Just got back from watching the movie. I'm glad FNAF was finally able to make a successful female villain after 3 tries.
1, 2. I guess, yeah. I guess Charlotte is way better than Game Vanessa or Baby. Because she's actually fucking competent. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Move the fuck out of the way, Baby and Vanessa from the games. Charlotte actually got multiple kills and managed to almost win on this one if it weren't for the Deus Ex Machina of like the original Fazbear gang coming in like fucking Avengers Endgame and destroying the toys in one fell swoop. I dislike that part of the ending, by the way. I think that it's like way too fan servicey. We'll talk about that more later. We're still going through the super chats, but I definitely did not like the ending of this movie. Hey, Nightlight, Vanessa is 100% going to be revealed to be a robot. No, please. No, that would be genuinely lame. Don't do that to me. I beg of you, please don't. I liked Vanessa the way that she is right now. I liked how she's a troubled, mentally ill woman with like trauma. Please don't turn it into a robot. I fucking hate a game theory for popularizing the idea that, oh, everyone can be a robot in the FNAF series. In the books, they made a character secretly be a robot, so technically everyone could be secretly a robot in any of the games and movies. It's like, shut the fuck up. Come on, no. It's a lame fucking reveal, and that should stay in the books, and it should not be anywhere else. Please. Fuck you. Thank you, Old Man Games, for the $5.
I still can't believe they had 5 to 6 Bonnies in the movie.
Toy Bonnie, Prototype Bonnie. Who are the other Bonnies? I guess the kid dressed up as Bonnie. What's the 5th Bonnie? Apparently Shadow Bonnie was in the movie, but I didn't catch a glimpse of him. Where was Shadow Bonnie, Chad? Oh, Yellow Rabbit. Yeah, Yellow Rabbit was in there. Where was Shadow Bonnie? People talked about Shadow Bonnie being in the movie, but I did not recognize him. Shadow Bonnie was a blink and you'll miss it moment in the FNAF 2 office. Shit, really? Where? I didn't see that. Man, I would have loved to see that. Axarat says, oh wait, are we calling them for real prototypes now? Cool. I think that the word prototypes is better than Withereds, in my opinion. What the fuck? That's an edit. No, that's an edit. Bonsi, you're getting your leg pulled. That's a fucking edit. This did not happen in the movie. Or did it? That's just a render from the games. Is this an edit? This is an edit. It happened. I saw it. I saw it, lol. Brother, I took a screenshot from the cam rip. For real? I did not notice this motherfucker in the movie. That was not a fucking edit, Phil. What? Wow. Okay, now I kind of want to rewatch the movie just to see that. Huh. Interesting. That's so fucking cool. That's just a PNG from the fucking game. I mean, I guess that's an easy way of including it into the movie. No, it's real. He appears for like a second when Mike shines down the hallway. Huh! I did not notice that. Neat. Sort of God, though, this is the easiest thing to screenshot fake in post, but if that's a thing, I guess I'll have to rewatch the movie just to make sure that it's not fucking fake. Nicholas says, Phisnom, did you see the candy and pop ghosts in the arcade cabinets in the beginning? I saw the candy one. I did not see the pop ghost one, though. But it makes sense if they were, like, right next to each other. Huh. Was T-Jock referenced anywhere? Probably not, because I don't know how that would make sense. I saw candy, yes. I saw candy. I did not see pop ghost, though. It's in the same scene. Oh. Bonsi on Discord DM. Ooh, yeah, it's so obvious! Yeah, shit, they were right next to each other. I was just looking to the left. Yo, that's so good! Oh, look at them! Candy Fishing, Candy's Fishing, and Pop Ghost Adventure. And Freddy and Friends is also there. Oh, yo, that's FNAF World! Yo, that's FNAF World! And like, straight up just Pop Ghost Arcade, like, the actual game. And I think that this is one of the minigames from Candy's 3. I don't know, it's been a while since I've played Candy's 3. Yo! That's great, man! That's a great way of adding the fanverse stuff into the movie without, like, making some weird multiverse thing happen. That's lovely, man! Also, the art for these arcade cabinets is also really cute. Fuck yeah! Hey, Baron, thank you for the $5.
Silly Scott simply forgot the first rule of movie making, using your Scrooge McDuck-esque fortune to bribe the critics.
Excuse me, Princess, for not putting a elevated horror metaphor about millennials in my new horror movie. Wah, oh, the critics hate the movie. That means that it's bad. It's like, I hate how much of a big deal people made of the low review score. Because at the end of the day, gotta be honest, I don't fucking trust Rotten Tomatoes for shit. I saw the movie Weapons in theaters with Nick, and I hated it way more than the FNAF 2 movie. Let me show you the Weapons Rotten Tomatoes page. Like, I saw this one a couple of months ago. Weapons. 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, 85% audience review, and nah, that movie was I don't like that movie. It felt like it took itself way too seriously until the end, where it just gave up and turned itself into a comedy. It just did not land well at all for me. There was a scene in that movie where it was just a bunch, like a big metaphor. It had like an AR-15 in the sky, and it had like an emphasis in this weird numbered date or something, and it just ended up being meaningless garbage. And then you look at the interview that they had with the creator about it, and it was like, oh yeah, you just took some drugs and just put it in the movie. What does it mean? Fuck you. It means what you think it means. It's stupid. Genuinely stupid. I did not like Weapons at all. I liked Five Nights at Freddy's 2 way better than Weapons. So to me, Rotten Tomato scores are fucking pointless. Hey Dump, thank you for the $5.
Wanted to know if you or Chad caught the Shadow Bonnie cameo when Mike was in the office. It was a real blink and you miss it moment.
Yeah, I did not, but apparently everyone else did, and I kind of want to rewatch that movie when it comes in digital just to, like, see it full on. Because I think that's just literally a render from the games. Hey, Celestial Otis, thank you for the membership. Thank you, Nova, as well, for the 23 months. 23 months? was in the top 0.3 viewers this year. Also, people...
23 months was in the top 0.3% of viewers this year. Also, people forget / don't know MatPat did theater before Game Theory Blue.
MatPat did an amazing job as Toy Bonnie in this movie, because he actually sounded like a character, like a cartoon character, instead of just sounding like MatPat. He did an amazing job for Toy Bonnie, and I think that every single voice for the toys in this movie fits them perfectly. Some people complained that Toy Freddy just sounded like Glam Rock Freddy, but I don't see that at all. It sounds gruffier, it sounds deeper, it sounds more like FNAF AR Freddy. Like a combination between Glam Rock Freddy and FNAF AR Freddy, you know? Everyone did great for the voice casting for these animatronics. Also, there was a super chat that Streamlabs missed for some reason. Thank you, Karate Kick, for the $5. I was in denial for that guy being Michael Afton before I went to watch it. Fuck me, I guess. Yeah, no. Mikey Afton is a nerd. He's an incel. He's a weirdo. He's a vampire that has never seen the sun. I love him. He looks like a fuckboy. Hey, Yolololo. The what if it was planned FNAF 2 take of Unwithered kind of... Okay, you talk about your own thing somewhere else, man. We're talking about the movie right now.
I saw the movie yesterday and I thought it was pretty good.
Fuck yeah!
Charlotte was definitely my favorite thing about the whole movie.
I will talk more about Charlotte in a bit. This hangout portion is almost up to 2 hours. God damn, man. You guys want to talk a lot. Hey, Baron, thank you for the $5.
Scott just confirmed that FNAF 3 is scrapped. He will instead begin writing and financing the avant-garde film Morbius 2 to appeal to the critics.
You know what that means? The Desolate Hope movie! Coming in theaters 2027! Fucking SF. I think that Scott, by this point, has accepted that his entire life is just going to be the guy that created the Funny Bear game, and I think that he's accepted it at this point. Hey, Maxi Palette, thank you for the $2. Speaking of same name, have you talked about Mic'd 2? Yes, but we will be going further deeper into each of the topics we've talked about in this Hangout section after all the Super Chats are done, which we're almost done with the Super Chats, and then we'll get a little bit more structure to this stream, because everyone likes to talk about different things, and I have to address them all so fast at the beginning. So don't worry, we'll be more structured in a bit after these Super Chats are over. Don't worry. I'll make sure to timestamp it for if you want to skip to certain bits. Hey, Kian Rodriguez, thank you for the $5.
I think Michael Afton is gonna try and get the fun times now that the toys are destroyed, but it's ended up backfiring, leading to the SL Mike speech.
Okay, that's a really good theory, because that would explain how Sister Location would happen without the direct involvement of Afton, because I don't think that Afton is doing I don't think that Afton is gonna be doing much for the rest of the series. I think that he's just gonna be Springtrap from now on. Hey, Arif, thank you for the 8 months.
Imagine they make an FNAF SB movie.
If they make a FNAF SB movie, it should be a half-finished rush work in progress cut of a movie with unfinished CGI special effects that they had to rush out because they ran out of budget for the movie. And also the MP4, the recording of the movie is glitched, so every 5 seconds there's a stutter and the movie goes back in on itself like every 5 minutes. And also I want it to be a YouTube poop of a movie. I think that would be very appropriate to the spirit of the final Security Breach release. Hey, Weona, thank you for the super chat. Did you know that Toy Freddy is voiced by fucking Thanos in the Latin dub? No, I didn't. What the fuck? Does he sound like Thanos? Hey, Spider Hater.
Can we talk about how DCI got debunked by this?
I am so happy. I am so happy. I am... ooh, the feeling in my chest. I've been a DCI hater for the longest time. So seeing this movie just completely ignore the possibility of a second set of dead children just fills my heart with joy. Now, obviously, people are gonna say,
Well, Phil, actually, it's a different continuity, so that doesn't prove anything.
and it's like, fuck, shut the fuck up. You're such a fan of dead children, you had to invent a second set of dead children for no fucking reason, you dumb motherfucker. Your favorite dead children have never been relevant aside from the imaginary ones that you put in the second game. Completely unnecessary. Go fuck yourself. Nobody cares about a second set of dead children. I am so glad that the Marionette was the one that controlled the toy animatronics and the prototypes in this movie. We need to talk about that, by the way. We need to talk about the prototypes. I'm not even going to call them Withereds. The prototypes. That's such a weird change from the original. Hey, Static Ghost, thank you for the $5.
I swear I saw Dawko at the Fast part, but maybe I'm just crazy.
I think that if Dawko was on the movie, he would have had a bigger part. I think that people would have already... like, I think he would have screamed about it already on his YouTube channel, like, I am a part of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie! And there would be like a thumbnail or something describing, like, if you see the pixel and at 1 hour and 30 minutes, you'll see me in the crowd of the movie, or something like that. He was? He was there in a Bonnie costume? What the fuck? Really? What was he like in the crowd in the shot with Toy Freddy, or was it another part? I saw him. Oh fuck. If Dawko was in the movie, he would have been in the credits. Yeah, like I would have seen him in the credits at least. I saw him. You can also see Razbowski. Ooh. I didn't see him. There's a bunch of blink and you'll miss it moments in this movie. I don't know if people are just making stuff up, or if like they're being for real about it. Uncredited role? Were they in the credits of the movie? I didn't see them in the credits. Then again, I also looked for Dawko, not Lewis Dawkins. I saw the mimic in the crowd for a second. Yeah, of course you did. Actually, Nick wanted to bring this up before. Might as well ask it now. Does anybody remember the scene with Chica up on stage with Abby? And then Chica, you see like a POV of Chica, the way that Chica looks at the world. And before the security breach alert flashes on screen, apparently Nick saw the teacher that got killed a few seconds before that scene appearing in the crowd. Is that true, or was that just a very similar guy? Because I think that that's a continuity error. Apparently Nick saw the same teacher that Chica killed a few minutes before that scene, just hanging out in the crowd. Just kind of like, I guess that was filmed before they planned to kill him or something. Ball pit time travel shenanigans. I don't know. Maybe it was a similar character. Nick was the only one that pointed this out, so maybe he just misremembered something from the scene. I don't know. Either that or it was some editing mistake. Hey, Akira.
Hey, Phil. Just came back from my second showing at a special fan screening in France and had such a blast. The movie isn't perfect, but damn is it fun.
Especially compared to the first one. Fun is important because the first one was a snore. Almost literally. There's so much more stuff going on in this one. Hey, Internally Weird, thank you for the $5.
I personally think that if they switched Cassidy to be in the puppet, I would like it more given her characterization, but I still love how they did it.
I mean, you could literally just retcon that by dubbing over the scenes and changing the character's name to Cassidy if you really wanted to. You could make like a little edit of the movie if that makes it better for you. Because like I'm pretty sure that Charlotte also had pigtails in the movie. So like what the fuck is the point of being so insistent about character names if the character still does the same thing? Does it really matter if she's called Charlotte or Cassidy, you know? Akira Redgrave says, by the way, was wearing your hoodie at the screening and someone recognized it. Oh, fuck yeah! I'm so glad. I'm so glad that it was cool and that you didn't get into a fist fight. Can you imagine? You get the second FNAF movie fist fight footage of people getting into a fight in the FNAF movie theater, and then the guys getting into a fight, like one of them has a Phisnom hoodie. That would be fucking funny as shit. Hey, Inspections Worth, thank you for the $5.
So am I the only one who sorta didn't like how much screen time Toy Chica got? The other toys felt a tad bit underused.
I was confused as hell as to why Chica got so much play in this movie until the reveal that the marionette was riding inside of her all along. That made it cool. I like that reveal a lot. But yes, I think I know why Toy Chica got so much play in this movie. And this is going to be so stupid. But I think that I know Scott enough to know why he did that. Not because it was Megan Fox, though obviously you want to have one of the biggest stars in this movie get some play. But you know why I think that Toy Chica appeared so much in this movie? And no, the answer is not Gooner Bates. It's people like to make the joke that, oh, Toy Chica so hot, Lamau, chicken feet, but like for real, like without actually kidding. Do you guys remember the Ultimate Custom Night cutscenes of Toy Chica in the high school? I think the reason for why Toy Chica had so much screen time is because Scott wanted to make a reference to the Ultimate Custom Night cutscenes. You know, the ones where Toy Chica was in a high school and was secretly killing a bunch of the schoolmates in that weird anime show? I think that he wanted to make a reference to that because Toy Chica goes to the high school or goes to the school in this movie, and then she ends up secretly killing like the teacher in the school after he pisses her off. The Toy Chica's William Afton stupid theory, you know? I think that Scott just wanted to make a nod to Toy Chica being a high school serial killer. And that's why she has so much screen time, because she's the one that gets to go with Abby to the school, you know? I think that's literally the reason. And also because it makes sense to have like the big female toy character have like Charlotte inside of her or something like that, you know? But I think that it was an intentional reference to have Toy Chica running around killing people in a school, you know?
Thank you.
Hey, Kian Rodriguez, thank you for the $5.
The puppet jump scare in FNAF 2 now has some scary implications. No wonder Henry locked her up inside Lefty in FNAF 6.
Yeah, the fact that the puppet is not just killing you, but maybe even possibly taking over your body in FNAF 2 when it, like, jump scares you. I like that ability. I like that ability so much. It's unexplained, but it's so cool.
Breaking news. Scott announced Phisnom will have an FNAF 3 cameo where he is revealed to be an animatronic created by William Afton.
Yo, Scotty boy. Yo, Scotty. I know you watch my fucking streams. Can I get a cameo in the FNAF 3 movie of me being like an internet troll that is like, you know, have you seen Superman, like the new James Gunn Superman? Can I be like an internet troll making hate comments online about how the Fazbear Fright attraction is like offensive and controversial? Yo, Scotty, can I be like the troll that is like,
I can't believe that they're disrespecting the legacy of my favorite restaurant by making a mockery of it, by making it a horror attraction. This is trash. This is trash. I hate it. I hate it.
And like I'm like a monkey in a typewriter, and like I write the hate comments online that the people of the Fazbear attraction need to deal with, and it's like,
I can't believe that you ruined the sanctity of my favorite childhood franchise. How fucking dare you? This is so fucking forced scary. The new animatronic in your attraction is so fucking forced scary. That's so fucking cringe, dude. Fucking yeah.
Oh, I would. Yo, Scotty boy, I would love to be a clown for you one last time for that. That would be so fucking funny. Hey, Susie Drum, thank you for the membership as well. Thank you, Clockwork Demon, as well, for the super chat. Phil's gonna cameo in the FNAF 3 movie, but no one would know. I'm gonna go uncredited. You're gonna see like a weird fucking small little goblin of a man in like a typing on a keyboard, and it's gonna sound like it's coming from a weirdly, gonna have like a weird Chilean accent, and nobody's gonna know that it's me. If you see that kind of character in the movie, I'm never gonna admit that it's me. If you see a scene in the FNAF 3 movie where the people that run the Fazbear Frights attraction get a bunch of hate comments from an anonymous, like, throwaway account, I will never admit that that's me. I'm gonna just ask for it to go uncredited. No one is going to know that it's me, and if someone brings it up on stream, I'm just gonna say, no, I'm not there. Are you fucking stupid? Of course. Why would I care about being in the FNAF movie? Shut the fuck up. I'm never gonna admit that it's me. Hey, Wildcard.
How to make a pound cake.
Fuck yeah, Wildcard. Thank you for the 20 months. Thank you, Tax the Toaster, for the $5. When I saw Chica in the school, I was thinking, where the fuck is Luca 14? I don't know what that means. Hey, S5, thank you for the $2. Dude, you'd kill them in that role. Oh my god, make it happen. You guys severely overestimate how much, you guys severely overestimate how much investment I have in this series. I'm just a casual enjoyer now. Like, I'm not inside of the FNAF sphere at all. I'm just here to have fun. I'm nowhere around that level, you know?
I don't know what the deal is with that guy. Yeah, he's kind of toxic.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Anyway, let's
Hello gang _5 blob comfy.
Hell yeah, G-Star, thank you for the 17 months. Anyway, so that was the longest goddamn Hangout section I've ever had on the streams. That was 2 hours of Hangouts with the chat. That's crazy, yo. So, let's actually begin the stream right now.
Thank you.
Hey, Fartface.
I could see you voicing LOL a bit as an internet troll persona.
That ain't bad. That ain't a bad idea at all, actually. Anyways, the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie, am I right? Holy shit. Hey, Schmoodle.
MGL, I really enjoyed this one even if it was silly and cheesy. They seem to just have way more fun with it this time.
That is a perfect way to introduce the first topic of the stream, actually. So, tone. Like I said in my spoiler-free review, I genuinely think that this movie is better than the first one because, not because it takes itself less seriously, but because it has way more fun with the world that it's created, you know? I think that the FNAF 1 movie was victim to overthinking and perfectionism. I think that Scott went through dozens and dozens of scripts for the FNAF 1 movie, and ultimately, it suffered from playing it too safe, you know? I feel like it over-focused on the whole deal with Mike's trauma and trying to make sure that it hit all the beats that it wanted to without adding anything weird and fucked up that people would be mad about, you know? In this movie, you can tell that Scott went, okay, yeah, let's add the FNAF stuff in here, but what if we add just some weird bullshit? What if we just add the completely out-of-pocket weird shit to it? For example, the tunnel. The weird river tunnel attraction thing in the middle of the FNAF 2 pizzeria. Like, what do you mean that's in there? In a child's pizzeria? What do you mean that there is an unguarded, like, river of water that goes above child heights? That has a bunch of puppet plushies surrounding the cave walls of this weird tunnel running throughout the middle of the building. That is stupid, but I loved it. Like, some of my favorite scenes in this movie came from the weird tunnel thing with the puppetlings. The fact that they move for seemingly no reason and they hide in the side of the water and they, like, grab you from the bottom of the water and pull you down and rip you to shreds inside of the water. It's like, what the fuck? That's so fucking weird. Or also the scene where you see BB swimming like a fucking shark under the water, and you can see his little propeller hat poking out from the water and fucking spinning. Like, for no reason, he's just spinning that propeller hat for fun. And then Mike gets out of the water and sees, like, BB poking his head out from the water, and it's like this weird creepy ass shot of BB smiling at him from the water. It's like, what the fuck would have happened if Mike had stayed in the water there? Why is BB more threatening and evil and deadly inside of the water? Does he have shark DNA? Like, what the fuck? Akira Redgrave says, the fact that the puppetlings show up, maul a guy, and it never gets brought up again is hilarious. Yeah, the weird water river cave in the middle of the FNAF 2 restaurant is the prime example of Scott having a little fucking funny idea and adding it into the movie. Like, you never saw anything like that in the FNAF 1 movie. It was always safe. Every single weird concept was taken...
Watching bots. Remind to finish Sucker for Love too.
Later. Thank you for the 12 months, Iron Vigilante. Anyway, the FNAF 1 movie did not have any of those weird concepts. I guess it had the spring locks, but again, that was from the games. That was a true and tested concept that fans already were used to, you know? Even if critics didn't know about it, fans were already familiar with the concept of the spring locks. But you never saw a fucking river in the middle of the pizzeria in FNAF 1. In this one, you have the carousel, you have the posters, you have the take apart and put back together attraction with Mangle and stuff like that. But the river is, like, completely new. I don't think even the books have any concept similar to that. And it was really funny and really unrealistic and just genuinely cool. Another thing that is not explained at all, but was really cool, is the puppets' unexplained ability to possess people, like go inside of them and take them over like fucking Venom from Spider-Man. Like, what the fuck, right? The puppet is just able to go inside of people and transform them into puppified zombie versions of themselves. Why? I mean, that's cool, though. I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm just saying that's batshit insane. That was never explained in any other source material or anything. That's just something you pulled out of your ass to have cool moments in this movie, and it works completely. It's genuinely scary seeing the characters that you know getting puppetified, you know? The weird ghost bullshit that never is addressed or explained is some of my favorite parts of the movie. And it makes the Marionette so much more threatening. Because not only can the marionette control the animatronics from afar, like literally across distance, like miles across distances, it can also control electronics, like the fast talker. Like, that's the marionette talking to Abby through the fast talker. Because the fast talker was from the original location, and the marionette was able to connect to it after it was freed from the music box. Or also, it can control the withered animatronics as well. Not only it controls the toys. That was a popular fan theory before in the past, by the way. That there was a big fan theory that the thing that differentiated the Withereds from the toys is that the puppet was controlling the toys, and that's what made them evil in the game. In this one, not only was the marionette controlling the toys, but it also controlled the prototypes / the Withereds. And it is able to multitask multiple different characters in different places in town and in different locations, and coordinating them to, like, attack Mike during the FNAF 2 gameplay sequence. It makes the pup... Oh, and also, you know, the fact that it can not only manipulate robots, but it can manipulate people as well. And it can have hosts that it can attach itself to, and it can manipulate their thoughts and force them to kill other people, like, because it literally goes inside of them like a fucking Danny Phantom ghost. It makes the marionette so much more of a threat than just yet another animatronic, you know? It makes the puppet look so much cooler. Exactly, Wyona. She's puppeting them. Even though it's never explained how it does that, it makes sense within the power set of the character, because it is literally a puppet master, and its main way of attacking people is not by killing them directly, but by manipulating and controlling other people to do its bidding, you know? There's also this thing of hold on a second. Need to drink water. I guess it's just time for me to rant about how much I love Charlotte as a villain, because the first scene of this movie, the first few scenes of this movie, the backstory of Charlotte in the pizzeria is so cool, because you get to see the POV of a child inside of the Freddy's restaurant and how angry she was because of how neglectful and stupid the adults were. Obviously, this whole series is about how management is neglectful and how adults are stupid and how obviously evil and dangerous the restaurants are. But I liked how human Charlotte was. I like how relatable she came across as in the beginning. Because, yeah, no, this world is stupid. This world is... It must be so frustrating to live in this universe if you're a child and you realize the obvious danger going on in these restaurants and nobody takes you seriously. You're the only sane person in this entire goddamn restaurant, and everyone is just gonna let a child die right in front of everyone. Right under everyone's noses, and nobody gives a shit. And you're treated as a child because, you know, you are a child, and when you actually try to do your best to save someone, you're punished for it, and nobody gives a shit. And then afterwards, not only does nobody give a shit, but then your death is immediately covered up as an accident, and not only that it was an accident, but that it was your fault. Hey, you know that thing that you desperately tried to prevent from happening? Congratulations, we're pinning the blame on that on you. I would be so mad. Yeah, they all gotta go. They all gotta fucking go. It's such a perfect motivation for a FNAF villain. Cause, yeah, like, fuck everyone in this universe for that, you know? They blamed her for it, so... I think I'm so... biased towards this movie because they finally introduced a villain concept for FNAF that makes sense within the existing canon. Instead of having some weird magical bullshit or some super smart learning AI for the villain, the main villain of the series or whatever. Like the mimic is cool. It's way too fantastical and out of place with the rest of the world, right? Charlotte being a villain makes so much goddamn sense, and it's like a direct response to how stupid and neglectful the adults in this universe are, you know? It makes so much damn sense that she would be more malicious and vengeful and rageful to everyone in this interpretation of the story. I also like the idea of Charlotte taking things into her own hands and actively wanting to be free and actively... Like, she was much more of a proactive villain than Afton in the first movie. Instead of... Because, like, in the first movie, Afton did appear and set up Mike with the job and stuff like that, and then appeared at the end once he realized that the animatronics were not actually going to kill him. But in this one, Charlotte is, like, everywhere. Charlotte gets so many scenes to flesh her out as a villain, flesh out her motivations, and flesh out why she's doing this and why she wants to keep doing it. Obviously, you get the kill shot with the paranormal investigators at the beginning, but you also get stuff like Vanessa talking to Charlotte and she going like, nah, I don't give a fuck. You bet that music box better not run out, bitch, because if it does, I'm coming for you next, motherfucker. Like, I like that Charlotte got so many scenes to flesh her out. And technically, if you really think about it, she's all over the goddamn movie if you think of the toy animatronics acting on her behalf, you know? She is a objective improvement as a villain compared to Afton in the first movie. Yeah, no, it's one of the best one of my favorite parts of this movie. Charlotte is a 10 out of 10 villain. Hey, Karate Kick, thank you for the membership. I like that Toy Bonnie, aka Charlotte, because like Toy Bonnie was speaking for Charlotte in that scene, but I like the direct confrontation between Charlotte and a kid when Toy Bonnie was about to kill the kid's parents, right? Because the kid was like, please don't do this. I love them. These are my parents. And Charlotte was like, fuck you. I don't care. I'm not doing this for you. I hate adults. Fuck them. Like, it's such a perfect way of explaining, like, this kid is not doing this for altruistic reasons. It's not doing this out of kindness. Like, she's not confused about what she's doing. She is, like, actively rageful, does not give a fuck about everyone else's happiness. I'm just doing this because I fucking hate y'all. You know? That's great. Literally my only problem with Charlotte as a villain is that she kind of gets her spotlight taken away from her by Michael at the very end. Like, why exactly did the toys listen to Michael at the end of the movie? Like, why is Michael in cahoots with the toy animatronics? Like, Michael's saying, like, oh yeah, break every bone on their bodies. It's like, why does Charlotte have to listen to Michael? Were they in on it? Were they part of the plan? Because I'm pretty sure that Michael ran away like a bitch from the restaurant when Charlotte was set free, right? Why would she care about Michael? Especially considering that, you know, his father fucking killed her. So I don't really get that part of the movie, you know? Charlotte, like, escaped out of Abby's body and just kind of, like, slinked away and was never properly defeated at the end of the movie. Which was, honestly kind of lame, considering how otherwise super powerful she is. Like, she didn't have to have a special ritual or anything to take care of take control of a person's body. It literally is just, oh, I go inside of you, fuck you. I'm controlling you now. She doesn't seem to have a cooldown on the possession ability. She just seems to be able to just go inside of people and control them permanently. Like, I don't know what the fuck, you know? Bonsi says, pretty sure the idea was that Michael lured the group of teens into the restaurant, which led to Charlie getting released. I know that, Bonsi, but the whole, it's like, was Charlotte grateful to Michael because of it? Were they in cahoots? Were they planning to kill half of the town together? Because like, that was not really established. Especially because Michael ran away at the end of the first sequence of the movie. Like, it was not very clear why Michael was there and how much influence he had over Charlotte. I guess it's probably going to be clarified more in the third movie. It's just one of the many reasons as to why I just did not like the ending, you know? Because Michael was not really set up at all compared to Charlotte. Anyways, to continue going down the list of things that I loved about the movie, does anybody else ship Mike and Vanessa? Because I did not care for them in the first movie, like at all. I thought that they were kind of lame and they were kind of nothing characters in the first movie. And then in this one, they got a lot more character development and they became more, not more relatable, but they became much more endearing. It was so fucking funny. One of the bits in this movie that got a laugh out of me was Abby saying like, oh, are you going on a date with Vanessa? Oh, are you gonna go on a date with Vanessa? You're totally gonna go on a date with Vanessa, aren't you? And Mike just like stonewalling her like, no, we're just friends. Stop, come on, stop it. No, we're just friends, idiot. We're just having a little chat. And then you get to the restaurant scene and they talk for like a few minutes, and then Michael just like talks under his breath like, ah shit, this is a date. that was one of my favorite jokes in the movie, of him like in the middle of it realizing, oh shit, this is a date, god damn it. And Vanessa going like, what do you say? Nothing. I love when the adults are like awkward and stupid and like don't realize how this stuff looks like, you know? Obviously, like, I don't actively care about their romance. I think that them being friends is nice. Like, I don't want them to get together, but I like the bond that they have with each other. Especially the argument that they had in the middle of the movie, where dead ass Vanessa said, wait, you thought you could fix me? Like Michael is a I can fix her guy. And that makes total sense for his character, because he was so overprotective of Abby in the first movie, and he's developed this like weird savior complex where he feels like he's responsible for other people's safety, you know? So of course he would see Vanessa as a, oh, I can fix her, my mentally ill queen, I can fix you. Like, of course you see her in that way, you know? It's so appropriate for his character. It's funny, and it also gives him more to work with than just being an everyman guy. This boy is so fucking traumatized from the events of the first movie and his childhood that he has dedicated his entire life to protecting other people. And he just becomes like Ethan Winters or like Leon S. Kennedy to me. I love fucked up male characters who... I love golden retriever fucked up male characters who have gone through so much trauma that they feel obligated to help other people in need. And that pairs up so well with Vanessa's like crazy girl aura that she's got. Like the hot crazy bitch trope. Because she comes across as relatively normal to the audience because everything else in this movie is so fucking crazy. But think about it from the perspective of a person in town. Because multiple times throughout this movie, you get to see the point of view of someone just hanging around Vanessa, and she comes across as like the weirdest bitch ever. she's constantly trying to forget about Afton. She's constantly trying to distract herself. She is so awkward and weird. She's very distant, keeps other people at arm's length. Remember the conversation of her and that Mike and her had in the restaurant about how she was taking up like ballet classes or something, like dancing classes, but instead of doing that, she was doing hard-ass workouts that like increased her stamina and like made her heart pump up, because she's kind of addicted to that adrenaline rush. And she also constantly has hallucinations of her father following her around, and so she's like, she has a gun on her goddamn gym badge, dude. Like the oh, it was biking classes. She was honest. Okay, I'm stupid. I thought that it was dancing classes for some reason. Okay, that's my bad. Sorry about that. Okay, yeah, but she's doing those hard workouts that like pump up her like heart, because she's a fucking stamina junkie. She's a adrenaline junkie, and then she gets like hallucinations of her father chasing her and attacking her. And she just pulls out guns because she's so traumatized, and she's been dealing with this shit for so long that she just carries a gun around with her everywhere. Like it's so crazy. Imagine approaching someone in like a gym or like a locker room and asking, "Hey man, are you okay?" And the bitch just pulls out a 9mm on you and just runs away from the building. It's like, oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with you? Or like getting into Mike's friend's car and like demanding him to drive over to like Mike's home with no explanation or anything. Like zero social skills, constantly on edge, hair-triggered temper. And she's got like that dead-eye stare of like, I'm emotionally dead inside. I loved how Vanessa was characterized in this movie, you know? I can fix her. I can fix her. I can fix her. Vanessa is so much better in this movie than she ever was in the games, you know? And I am dreading what they're going to do with her in the next few movies, because her character did not end in a good spot in this movie, but in a good way. She had like anti-character development in this movie. Mike tried to introduce her to the concept of dream theory, but instead of helping her, instead of being therapeutic to her and her trauma, it kind of just made it worse. Like, she got more and more unstable as the movie went on, and now she's being possessed by the puppet at the very end. She was like, at the end of the movie, she was like, no, I'm not choosing my past. I'm choosing my new friends. I'm choosing the new connections that I have with my friends now. I hate my family. I'm going to protect the people that I care about. And then the people that she cares about tell her to fuck off. Like, Michael does not trust her anymore because she didn't tell him about her family and the issues with the original restaurant. So now she's like isolated. She feels like she fucked up. She feels like she made a mistake and that she can never be forgiven. The one person that understood her and the one person that was keeping her together at the end of the first movie has now abandoned her. She has nowhere else left to go. That's like fucked up, right? Like, what the fuck is gonna happen in the next movie with her? Is she gonna turn into Vanny? Is she going to have a mental breakdown? Is she going to be used by the Marionette as like one of the main antagonists of FNAF 3? I don't know, but I liked how they are setting her up to have a complete break from the reality in this franchise, you know? James Guile says she has no other purpose other than being a host for Charlie. Yeah, like, Mike is one of those people that go, I can fix her, I can fix her, I can fix her, until he realizes how much trouble a person like Vanessa is, and then he abandons her, which causes her to go in an even harder spiral than before. Because before, Vanessa had no one but her family, but at least she followed Afton's commands and stuff like that. But now she has no one. She has no Afton, she has no friends, she doesn't have Abby, she doesn't have Michael anymore, and she feels all the full front guilt of being responsible for ruining Mike's life, you know? Fucked up! I think that not many people are giving credit to how the human characters were treated in this movie and the arcs that they went on in this movie. Mike and Vanessa are so much better characterized, and they have genuine arcs throughout the movie that are interesting and set up for really cool things to happen in the future, you know? Wyona says, I think that she will be a side villain in the third movie. Didn't somebody... I think somebody posted a screen cap of a picture in Vanessa's home of her wearing a white rabbit costume, but like an Easter egg, like an Easter bunny white rabbit costume. Spider Hater says, shit, I ain't fixing this. Yeah, exactly. That was the ad. Mike fucked up. Mike, you fucked up. You fucked up. You fucked up so hard, boy. Weird Name says, Vanny and FNAF 3 will be interesting. So here's the thing. I was one of the people that thought, oh no, they'll follow the games pretty closely. They're not gonna get to Vanny until like 10 years into the future. There's no way that Vanny is going to appear in FNAF 3, right? Right? And then motherfucking Circus Baby, just dead ass motherfucking Circus Baby from Sister Location appearing in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. What the fuck? Maxi Palette says, I screamed in the theater. No, dude. This was so fucking... What? Like, what the fuck? I love that. I love that so much. So, this signifies to me that Scott Cawthon is actively going to fuck with fans in future installments of the movies. Because that's just Circus Baby. That's not prototype Circus Baby. That's not like the weird baby doll from the FNAF 1 movie. That's just straight up fucking Circus Baby. Neon the Cartoon says, I almost screamed when she showed up. Okay, so in the theater, hold on, let me get the image. Like, everyone in the theater screamed when that happened. Like, in unison. Everybody knew what it was. And it was so fucking funny because everyone was confused. Literally the neuron activation image of like, huh? I literally leaned forward in my chair, like locked in, like what? It was one of the best moments in the movie for me as like a OG fan, because when you see it, you're weirded out forever, but then you think about it and go like, oh yeah, that is Afton's house, isn't it? Hey, Saida?
Circus Baby appearing in front of Vanessa, in my opinion, is an example of what happens when one of William's children steps out of line. At least to me.
I think that Afton said something like, I have a plan for you. You are special. You're my favorite one. I have a plan for you, or something like that. What? I think that it was less, this is what will happen to you if you step out of line, and more like, you will eventually become this, maybe? I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what's up with the fun times in this universe, you know? Ultimate Nick on chat says, I immediately identify who the fuck this frame one. This was frame one. Like, oh, and it makes sense, like, in retrospect, because initially I was confused about why is she here, and then like a minute passed, and I'm like, oh yeah, because this was Afton's house. Of course she would be here. It's literally the place she was created in. It's like in the Afton household. Of course. So the fact that Michael, Afton, and Circus Baby were introduced in this movie makes me think that Scott really wants to start playing around with some of the details of the games in future installments. There is a genuine chance that we might get Vanny in the third movie. Where we if people don't complain about things not being just like the games, we might get to see some really funny, like, remixes and stuff from the later games getting introduced early on, you know? Neon the Cartoon says, what are they gonna do with her? That's my thing, right? Because it can't be Vanessa, because she's a full-ass grown woman. And Abby is her own character, right? Do you guys think that Elizabeth, aka Abby, is going to die in the third movie, or maybe like in the future of this franchise? Because in the games, Elizabeth possessed Baby. And here's the thing. Both FNAF 1 and FNAF 2 have Abby acting like an absolute dumbass and always trusting the animatronics. Especially in this movie, she was desperate to befriend Chica and trust Chica, and the Marionette took advantage of Chica's trust. The Marionette took advantage of Abby's trust to set herself free. Like, input the code in that computer, right? Abby is a dumbass child that fully trusts the animatronics. So I think that is going to be foreshadowing to her eventually getting manipulated by Circus Baby and getting scooped as like the ultimate, you never learned your lesson and this is what you get for never learning your lesson type of thing, you know? I don't think that Abby ever really learned her lesson from the first and second movies. She always is the problem in these movies. She's always the catalyst for the conflict in these movies because she's an idiot fucking child that always wants to, I want to play around with my toys kind of girl, you know? And now that Chica is dead, like Chica, both Toy Chica and Classic Chica are fucking dead, Abby's gonna have no favorite character to attach herself to. So she's probably gonna fall right into Circus Baby's, like, claw. You know? It's either going to be Abby getting scooped and going to fully go on to possess Baby, or she's going to be kidnapped and trapped inside of Baby. I think that the latter option would kind of be a cop-out, though. I genuinely think that it would be tragic and fucked up and evil if she actually died by the hands of Circus Baby. Maybe that would make Mike's attempts at saving her be a little, feel a little pointless, because, oh, you did all these things just for Abby to die at the end? Oh, that's so bad. I am so disappointed. But I think it would be genuinely tragic for Abby's story to end this way, because she never learned the lesson of not trusting random-ass killer robots, you know? I just don't think that they have the balls to do it. But it would be such a morbid and fucked up way of going about setting up Circus Baby, you know? Disoff says, there was no lesson. She wanted to befriend the animatronics. It just so happened that stuff worked out against the animatronics and the serial killer. Yep. She never learned to not trust random robots, I guess. It would be so tragic. It would be so fucking tragic. Also, the changes to the story that I want to also talk the most about is the prototypes. So we have this thing in the movie that is very, very different to the games. So even to this day, people continue complaining about this, why the Withereds and the classic look so different even though they're meant to be the same characters, right? It's always a point of contention in the fan base, like, oh, but why do, if the classics are the same as the Withereds, why they look so weird and creepy and bigger and they look so strange? I don't understand. That's so nonsensical. Oh, Scott Cawthon is bad storyteller because, like, I can't accept things looking different from game to game. Wah, wah, wah. Everything has to look exactly the same, otherwise it means that it's a completely different character. Wah. Fucking hate the fandom, by the way. Can you tell that I hate the fandom? Anyway, it seems that Scott actually took notice of that, because now the Withereds are like their own set of animatronics, and they're V1 prototypes of the Fazbear Gang, and I like that. It just feels... It feels weird, you know? I guess the reason for why they did that is because they wanted to have that big, cool action moment where the classics came in and defeated the toys at the end. So they had to invent a reason for the Withereds to still exist while still being completely separate characters. I like the fact that they're prototypes, but I'm just disappointed that they didn't get enough screen time in this movie. This movie is pretty much the Marionette and the Toys super mega fun time show, right? The toys are like the bigger threats in this movie. They're the most prevalent, they get the most screen time, they get the most kills, they get the most... you know, they're the ones that are driving the plot forward. They actually go outside and become a threat to the town. The Withereds just seem to be here for obligation's sake. They all get a cool moment each. You get to see Bonnie coming out of the vents. You get to see Withered Freddy reaching out to Mike. You get to see Withered Chica like T-posing in the corner. I love that they got the T-pose in there. I'm so glad that they didn't forget about the T-pose. But they just got those moments, and that's pretty much it. Oh, and you also get Withered Foxy not falling for the mask as well. That was a great detail. The fact that Withered Foxy is the only one that just sees right through it. Inspections Worth says, I barely even noticed Withered Bonnie. He got done so dirty. Okay, it was really fucking funny though, seeing Withered Bonnie crawling through the vents, and then like Mike going, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? And then him like closing the vents like with his foot. Like going like, oh, what the fuck is that? And then just desperately closes it back up. It was a really funny moment because it's like, of course he's doing that because like he's not constrained to the rules of the game. Mike Schmidt running around the FNAF 2 office and doing the FNAF 2 gameplay and reacting to the weird bullshit in the FNAF 2 gameplay was like one of the highlights of the movie for me. The fact that the first animatronic that got fooled by the mask was Withered Freddy. So you get that FNAF 2 Pymation scene of Freddy being fooled by the Freddy mask and going like, oh yeah, hi Freddy, I guess you're Freddy, I'm gonna go now, bye-bye. It's like, that had to have been intentional. I swear to God, am I too brain rotted? That had to have been intentional, that the first character that they used the mask on was Freddy. Hey Crash Bandit, thank you for the $2. I like how the Withereds slowly moved towards Mike. Yes, they're fucked up and broken down robots, so they're not like as effective of killing machines as the toys, but they're still creepy and big and huge and scary. Oh, god damn it! You're Freddy! I love that withered Freddy blinked like a frog when he woke up. Yeah, they're all so... I loved this, the way that they interpreted the designs of the Withereds for this movie. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Also, someone complained about Withered Foxy's jump scare in the trailer, and I was like, yeah, that seems like a weird jump scare. I wonder why it feels like he's falling over instead of actually attacking like in the games. And turns out, yeah, no, that was not an actual successful attack. That was Withered Foxy actually just falling over because it was in the moment where Mike disabled the remote control system. I like that detail of it looks like Withered Foxy is attacking the camera, but in reality he's falling over because that was the moment where Mike won the night, you know? That Rift person on chat says Balloon Boy getting bodied was cathartic. That was one of my favorite moments in the entirety of Five Nights at Freddy's. Like that's one of my highlights of like the entire series. Because like the context is what makes it, right? Because in the first movie, you have this entire running gag of Mike getting jump scared by this random ass BB figurine, right? Like he legitimately gets jump scared every time because this random BB figurine keeps appearing and scaring him in really stupid ways. And then at the end of the movie, you get the BB figurine in the dude's car. I forgot his name, I'm very sorry, but he's a YouTuber and he's like a character that runs like a taxi service and in both movies. But he also gets jump scared by the random BB figurine. Corey X Henshin, yes. Corey X Henshin is like the cab driver of the two movies. He also appears in this movie as well, and also gets another running gag of Toy Chica appearing in like taking a ride on Corey's car as well. So that was funny as hell. But anyways, about BB. Then Mike gets to see his fucking nemesis like trying to get him in the water like a shark, and he sees his face, and Mike goes like, oh, what the fuck, he's back? And then finally, after five scenes, like 5 separate scenes across movies of BB actively fucking with Mike, he finally goes like, enough! I'm sick of this shit! And then he just gets up from the chair in the office, grabs BB from behind, fucking twists his neck, and just throws the bitch across the office. That is perfect. That is so... Jeremy Fitzgerald would never. That is so perfect. I think that Scott built the BB scenes in the first movie in the hopes that he would eventually get to make a FNAF 2 movie just so that Mike would do that. Nicholas on chat says, and then the head rolls and the propeller spins to correct itself upright. And the yeah, like, it was one of my favorite scenes because it got built up ever since the first movie. I wouldn't mind if BB just never appears for the rest of the series after this. He also got like the best model, not the best model, but the most accurate model out of all of them. He just looks straight up out of the game. Like that just looks like BB in real life. In the FNAF 1 movie, he looked very weird. His eyes were bulging and he had like, it was not just BB, it was like an interpretation of BB. In this one, it's like the most accurate model out of all the toys. And he's like it feels cathartic to the point that I think that anyone who played FNAF 2 would feel massive joy and relief in that moment. That was a fan service scene. That was my favorite fan service scene. Because it's not just, oh, remember this thing from the games? Clap! Clap, you fucking seals! It's the thing that you like! But no, it's a feeling within every single FNAF 2 player's heart of like, I wish I could fucking punt this bastard. I wish I could fucking snap this guy's neck. You know? Mike Schmidt in that one scene in the FNAF 2 movie embodied the feelings of every single FNAF 2 player to ever have tried out that game. Weird Name says, I'm still in shock that BB getting fucking murdered is an actual thing that happened in the movie. Literally one of my favorite scenes ever. That's how you do fan service. Because it's not just, hey guys, remember that thing from the game that you liked? But it's something that everyone was discussing back when that game came out. That wish of, I wish I could fucking kill this thing. I fucking hate him. He looks so puntable. I'm gonna fucking kick this thing. Hey, Ikowski, thank you for the super chat.
I got so happy in the BB death scene I started clapping, making my whole theater do so as well.
I like the phrase, I got so happy at the Balloon Boy death scene. Oh, that's so stupid. Bloop Bleep super chats and says, if they put in the Phantoms, Mike is gonna have an aneurysm with Phantom BB. I forgot about Phantom BB. Oh shit, you're right. They have to put in Phantom BB in the FNAF 3 movie. You think he's gonna crash the fuck out? I adore that BB is like a consistent shitter throughout every single movie. Please, I can't wait to see the ongoing rivalry between Mike Schmidt and Balloon Boy. I pray for the Mike crash out. Oh, that would be great. Akira Redgrave says, been wanting that fucker dead for 11 years. I absolutely feasted in that moment. BB's just a reoccurring antagonist. Can you imagine? You get to the FNAF 3 movie, you get to Mike, you get to Mike Schmidt staring down Springtrap across the window in the FNAF 3 movie, and Afton is like, oh, Mike, we meet again, or something. How is he gonna say, like, Mike, we meet again. It's so nice to see you. And Mike is just like, yeah, whatever. Hello, Afton. How's it going? And then BB appears, like, next to Afton, and they lock eyes, both of them, and they go, you. Like, Mike does not give a shit about Springtrap, but he locks in the exact millisecond he sees Phantom BB. That is the active rivalry between those two. Oh, by the way, Springtrap. Holy shit. Can we talk about Springtrap? And the post-credit scene, or like the mid-credit scene? Fucking Springtrap. They just did it. They're just like, oh yeah, like, it's gonna happen, boy. It's gonna fucking happen. It's so weird seeing him at the end of this movie. I mean, obviously he would appear. Obviously he comes back. Obviously, he always does. He always comes back. We found one, a real one. I am kind of split though. It seems that the design that they showed for Springtrap in this movie is not going to be the final one. They covered him up with a tarp specifically, because I think that what they got going on right now is not the finished Springtrap design. You know? Like, you can see the moldy ass green rabbit underneath the tarp. You see the big glowing eye when he turns back on, right? But I think that that's just a modified yellow rabbit head with not much detail put on it, you know? I think that that's just a placeholder for this movie before they actually get to make real Springtrap in the sequel, right? I don't think that that's how he's gonna look like in the actual movie when we get FNAF 3. I think that this is just there to tease the concept of Springtrap without properly having to spend time making an entire animatronic design for like 5 seconds at the end of the movie. Then again, we also just had Circus Baby, so I don't know. Maybe they're planning that far ahead. I don't fucking know. I'm saying, yeah, they're just probably doing that as a placeholder and it's not actually Springtrap. But then they just made like an entire Circus Baby accurate sister location model replica that appeared for like 5 seconds. So maybe I'm just talking out of my ass. I don't know. Either way, I'm very excited to see the movie design of Springtrap. That is going to be make it or break it for me, because I love Springtrap's design. Hey Hayden, thank you for the super chat. RXQ appears in a single frame. Yes, we showed it during, I think like 30 minutes ago. Apparently, I did not see it, but apparently he is there. And that's very cool. So we got Shadow Freddy and Shadow Bonnie. Shadow Freddy appears in FNAF 1 and Shadow Bonnie appears in FNAF 2. I wonder how they're going to... I wonder how they're gonna do the Happiest Day minigames in FNAF 3, actually. Not sure. Weird Name says, but what about my paper pals? Did anybody see a paper pal in this movie? Did anybody see JJ in this movie? I don't think that JJ appeared, did she? Maybe for like a split second somewhere at some point. Because like, it seems that they put a bunch of tiny details in the background of this movie. Maybe people just haven't found JJ yet, you know? Maxi Palette says, I thought that Balloon Boy in the water was JJ at first. That could have been a good way of introducing JJ. I didn't see JJ. Nope, not either. Poor JJ. I never saw JJ once. Haven't seen JJ. It's gonna be really funny if they release this movie digitally and then you get to see JJ like hidden in like a single pixel of JJ hitting in like, I don't know, maybe like the flashback or something. I don't know. Hey Omena, thank you for the €5.
Mike and Phantom BB facing off at one Dio and Jotaro panel.
I am so invested in the Mike Schmidt and BB like beef. The active ongoing beef between these two assholes throughout the movies is so entertaining. What else? What other thing that I really want to talk about that I couldn't get to in my spoiler-free review? Oh, yeah! The ending, in general. I wanted to talk about genuinely how disappointing the ending was for this movie. So, I talked about it briefly in my spoiler-free review, but the ending is just not good. Like, sadly, I don't see any way you could defend that ending. And it's not even about it being open-ended or leaving it at a cliffhanger at the end, but it just didn't feel right to end it that way. Because, you know the moment that Michael Afton is revealed? And Michael Afton does, like, his villain monologue speech and goes like, oh, we will kill half the town by the end of the night, or something like that, right? The way that he said that made me think that the confrontation was going to be at FastFest, you know? Because ever since the beginning of the movie, they were talking about FastFest as like this big important event that the town got together to like do on Saturday. Like, oh, Missy, you better work on your project and not go into FastFest. That FastFest thing is dangerous. Oh, I can't believe that they're doing the FastFest. And it's like, they keep talking about the FastFest as this very important location that they were gonna go to at some point. And then the FastFest was like one scene. Yeah, exactly, Nicholas. The FastFest was like one scene in the movie. And it was just Toy Freddy walking around and then chilling with some dudes. A lot of the end portion of this movie took place inside of houses. Like random neighborhood houses. Like Toy Bonnie wanting to kill the parents of a child inside of their house, or like going to Mike's house to rescue Abby. Like, it's just a bunch of cheap set. It felt cheap, you know? It felt like they were going to go to Mike's house to rescue Abby, and then everyone was going to move into FastFest, and the toys were going to start attacking everyone in public or something like that in the middle of FastFest. But it just ended at Mike's house. It never got to the point where the toys became a bigger threat, like Michael promised.
Classics show up and stop the toys. Cool. Classics shut down because they left the restaurant. Cool. The kids just move on and let Willie out? What?
Yeah, like what? Like why? Exactly, Grim Tidings. I just don't get it. Like, why did it end there? You know the toys, the cool badass motherfuckers that were constantly hunting down and killing everyone in the movie, the things that were so much more felt so much more powerful than the classics? Oh no, they just get killed because the classics snuck up on them. Like the classics literally just teleport behind them, nothing personal, kid, and then just snap them in half in one fell motion. It wasn't even like a cool fight scene or anything. Like I get. Hey, Karate Kick, thank you for the $5.
My disappointment was how they didn't kill anyone in their home or one at Faye's feast to show how much of an FB they really are.
Exactly. There was no point where things got dire in the end. It felt like they were about to do a cool climax where everyone was in danger, but then the classics showed up and took care of the problem before anything got really bad. And maybe it's like, okay, maybe you didn't really plan it to end at the Fast Fest. That's fine, I guess. But why was it so easy to take care of the toys? These guys were hounding you and like attacking you all throughout the movie. Why do you mean that the classics just show up and snap them in half once and then it's over, they're dead? Like, really? Really? That's all that it took to defeat them? For other robots to come in and just snap them in half. There was no fight scene or anything. A bunch of people made jokes about this being like an SFM Withereds versus Toy Animatronics animation. Like it was a fanfic thing. But at least fanfiction has cool fight scenes. At least you get them scrapping with each other and doing moves and like... Maybe the classics get a little bit beat up, and the reason for why they shut down at the end is because they barely won the fight. But no, they just come in and then delete them in one move, and that's it. And it's like, what the fuck? You didn't struggle at all. The problem was just solved like that. There was no moment where things got dire or things were like about to... You like things you were about to lose or anything. It was just, oh yeah, the old animatronics took care of the problem for you. Congratulations, that's it. Spider Hater says the classics absolutely rolled the toys. It was honestly pathetic. I think there's two reasons for why I think that happened. Either one, they didn't have the budget to make a climax at the Fast Fest. Maybe it was like out of budget, or like they had to rush something out, or they couldn't get the Fast Fest extras to appear for more than a single scene or something. Maybe it was that. Maybe they had complications with the Fast Fest, so they had to pivot from that. Or maybe Scott was enamored by fan service and thought, oh, my fans will absolutely love seeing the characters getting ripped up by the classics. Oh, everyone loves the classics. Oh, classic Freddy and Chica and Bonnie and Foxy. Oh my god, they're gonna cheer and clap, and it's gonna be amazing and wonderful. Oh, everyone's gonna love them because the classics are amazing and they're the best characters in FNAF, and everyone's gonna cheer and clap. And it's like, no, dude, you just completely torpedoed your antagonists for a cool fan servicey moment of on your left endgame where everyone just comes in and helps you out at the end. That's not cool. That's lame. I would have understood. I would have been okay. Honestly, I would have been okay with the classics just not appearing in this movie. You already got, like, the toys. You already got the prototypes / the Withereds. I don't need the classics to show up in this movie. Especially if they're gonna just solve the problem and take away from the threat factor of the toys. They were straight up just not necessary here. And then at the end, they do the classic thing of like, oh, we may have survived now, but a bigger threat is coming. He will be free. And it's like, okay. I know that Afton's coming in the next movie. You don't have to hype me up for that. Are any of you gonna take care of the Marionette? You know, the thing that just went away and disappeared? Is nobody gonna take care of the Marionette? Like, it's probably still in the house. And then it went and just possessed Vanessa at the end. And it's like, did none of you think about what happened to Charlotte? You know, the thing that wanted to kill all of you? And it was the reason for why the toys were a threat in the first place? Like, okay, wait, yeah, Skellomelon says, none of them fucking thought to keep the music box on. Yeah, like, what the fuck? You use the music box once, and then throw it away? What the fuck is wrong with you? So, it's, like, extremely poorly planned, and for a movie that focused so much on Charlotte and her rage and her wanting to get revenge for her death, there was never a resolution to her character arc. There was never a moment where she was shown that she was wrong or that adults deserved mercy or anything like that. That plotline just got completely dropped, and then Charlotte just like sneaked into Vanessa's body at the end. And then the movie just ended abruptly, like it was the ending to like an episode of a TV show. Absolute shit job ending. Like absolute shit piss poor job ending. Like, it was actually just... The ending was just actually trash. I can't see how you could possibly defend that ending. Especially compared to how fucking good the FNAF 1 ending was. Like, the FNAF 1 ending made that movie better for me. I had a bunch of problems while I was watching the FNAF 1 movie, but then it ended really, really, really strongly. Because you got to see a proper fight scene between the Yellow Rabbit and everyone else. And, like, the Yellow Rabbit was getting the upper hand and was fighting Vanessa and was fighting Mike. And, like he got to gloat. Like, Afton got to gloat and then got pathetically beaten by the animatronics and then got chomped and then got spring-locked. And, like there was so much going on in the climax of the FNAF 1 movie. And this one is just... It tried to be much more complicated and then just ended up falling completely flat at the end. Abysmal dog shit ending. And I think that the ending is specifically why people think that this movie is worse than the first one. Like, I think that the reason for why the Rotten Tomatoes score is less than half of the original, and why some FNAF fans are actually turning against this movie, is because of that dog shit ending. Because you could have the best, most interesting elements. You could have fun sequences. You can have fun moments. You can have improvements on the atmosphere and the scares and the models and the storyline and the characters. But if the ending is dog shit, nothing's gonna save you from people's rage, because people only remember the last few bits of a movie really well. The last few bits of the movie can color someone's entire perception of the movie. So if someone comes out of the FNAF 2 movie and goes, I fucking hated that ending, that sucked, I fucking hate this movie, I wouldn't even blame them for it. Because yeah, you're right. You're allowed to feel that way, because the ending did such a fucking shit job of landing everything properly. It's just that, I don't know, I feel like this movie has so much more going for it aside from the ending that I can't shit on it too much, you know? Hey, you got a friend in me, thank you for the $20.
Handled Michael and Henry, like Michael just gets knocked out and they just leave him there?
Yeah, what the fuck is up with Michael? Thank you for the $20. You got a friend in me. But just to wrap up the stuff with the ending, yeah, that was the worst part of the movie, I don't think you can defend that. Even if you're a paid shill for the FNAF movie, even if you're like one of those YouTubers that got a favor from Scott and got to appear in the FNAF movie, and you got to essentially become a PR person for the FNAF franchise, I genuinely don't think you can defend that ending. How could you without sounding like a fucking seal? Like,
oh my god, I love the classics. That was such an epic Reddit ending. Oh my god, that was so neat. Clap, 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 clap.
Like how else can you defend that ending? It was just absolutely trash garbage. I still love the movie aside from that though, because I have a critical eye that tries to look at the whole movie holistically instead of just looking at the ending for my final opinion, you know? Anyways, so yeah, You Got a Friend and Me talked about Michael and Henry. Michael, there is so little going on with Michael in this movie that I didn't even think about him that much after I left the theater. I was so focused on Charlotte as a villain that I kind of just forgot Michael existed. Same with Henry. But Henry is not, I don't see Henry as a negative thing, because one, it makes sense that Henry is here, because, you know, Henry is Charlotte's father, and of course you would want to introduce Henry here, so to make Charlotte's story stronger. Like, who else would give you the backstory of Charlotte aside from, you know, her fucking father? Of course he's here. It makes sense for him to be here, not as a major player in the story, but as someone that gave you information to know how to defeat the big bad, you know? And also, I like his inclusion here because even though it was brief, you get to have that extra context as to who he is and what he looks like, what his role in the story is, and then in the post-credit scene, you get to see like, oh, he's gonna come back. He's going to become a major player in the future movie, in FNAF 3 probably, you know? It's essentially a promise for the future. I am very excited for what the FNAF 3 movie is going to do with Henry. I think that FNAF 3 was... it's not lacking in Henry, but because I think that FNAF 3 was made originally without Henry's involvement, because I don't think that Scott thought too deeply about Henry or the original restaurant owner back in FNAF 3 development days. But now that Henry does exist in the lore, he can be introduced more properly through Charlotte and get more of a major... get a more of a major part in FNAF 3 where like the entire point is bringing down Springtrap, you know? Inspections Worth says, Henry in this movie is sort of like a FNAF 3 teaser. Henry in this movie is basically serving the purpose of the magical old man that you meet to get the ultimate weapon to defeat the big bad guy at the end. That was his role in this movie, and he did that role well. Then, he also serves as a teaser for the next movie where he will get much more involved in the character's story, because Afton will be there, and he will get motivated to set things right. Maybe some of you are not happy with that, but honestly, this is more Henry that you all ever fucking got in the games. So like, why are you all complaining? Like, we got to see more of Henry's personality and beliefs and just general attitude in this game that we ever got to see before he became Cassette Man in FNAF 6. I think that right now, what we've seen of Henry in the movies is more than enough, considering how he never appeared until FNAF 6 in the games, you know? I guess, yeah, I guess a lot of people's reasons for hating this movie basically boils down to Scott is thinking way too far ahead, and instead of making the movie good, he's just planning things out for the future. And I have to agree with that. I like when movies are their own self-contained stories, and they're not episodes of a TV show. The way that Scott is writing this movie and movies for the future seems more like seasons of a TV show rather than a movie. In fact, honestly, think about it this way. Imagine if the FNAF 1 movie came out, And then after the FNAF movie came out, you got the Five Nights at Freddy's TV show. And this was like season 1 of the FNAF TV show. And instead of being like a 1 hour and a half movie, you got like a 6-episode mini-series. And episode 1 was about introducing the old restaurant, and episode 2 was Abby going into the toys and befriending Toy Chica. Episode 3 was about the school. Episode 4, like blah, 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 blah. Like, I think that the pacing of this movie would have served better a 6-episode miniseries rather than a movie. I think that it's limited because of the format that it chose to do. Does Blumhouse do any, like, Netflix shows or anything like that? Do they do any kind of, short horror series? I'm not sure. I haven't seen many Blumhouse projects. Hey, you got a friend in me? Thank you for the membership. I also thank you, Dandy Mint, for the membership as well. Wayona says, like Amazing Spider-Man 2, where they put so much subplots for future movies. Exactly, Wayona. Or also like Into the Spider-Verse, or like Across the Spider-Verse, where they obviously wanted it to be the middle child of a trilogy. So the ending to Across the Spider-Verse is the worst because it's just a cliffhanger, and it never really resolves anything. No, Blumhouse has not done any TV shows. Okay, fair enough. Maybe it's just because this movie reminds me so much of the Chucky TV series. But I would actually really like to see Scott Cawthon try his hands at a FNAF TV show. Hell, maybe you could do some adaptations of the Fazbear Fright stories into like an anthology series, like an anthology TV show for like Netflix or something. I think there's potential in there, honestly. Scott's weird concepts and weird villains and weird just generalized plot structure would work much better in a TV show format rather than a movie. Oh god, a Fazgoo episode. Yeah, imagine that. I want to see the FNAF TV show episode where like someone gets like pregnant with Springtrap. Absolutely. If this movie franchise does well, maybe we can get like a Netflix series or something. I don't know. I think it has potential. You Got a Friend in Me says, I honestly didn't see the post-credit scene. My friend wanted to get home fast. I had to look up if there was a post-credit scene because there was no way it was gonna miss that one, honestly. I'm very glad that I sat my ass down and had to stand people talking loudly during the credits because FNAF fans are like so fucking annoying to watch stuff with. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, actually, yeah. Can I talk about that? Can I talk about the theater experience for the FNAF movie? How was the theater experience for y'all for when you saw the movie? Were the people there loud and annoying in the theater? Skellomelon says, it was pleasant, not gonna lie. Octojoker says, everyone in my theater quieted down for that moment. Mine was chill, to be honest. It was empty. Mine was chill and not really bad. Fartface says, bad. Welklord says, it was very good. Dream of Spring says, mine was pretty good. Basically nobody talking and a bunch of cosplays. Skellomelon says, 2 people were drinking right beside though. Yeah, so I had like the worst theater experience for any movie ever watching this movie because the Chilean FNAF fan base are just the most loud, annoying motherfucker. There was a bunch of people like behind us in the movie theater that were loudly reacting like they were Let's Players. Like they were going like, did you see that? That was crazy! And it's like, dude, we're in a movie theater, shut the fuck up! Like, it was annoying! Or there was some motherfucker in like one of the rows of the thing that said like, did you know this was actually a reference to this part of Five Nights at Freddy's 1 where like the guy in the suit appeared and there's like a hallucination and he just got it completely fucking wrong. Like there was a guy trying to explain the FNAF lore in the middle of the movie to someone else. That's like, what the no, what? No. Who the fuck told you that? And the problem is, I can't even blame it on children this time, because I'm the guy that goes like, I hate FNAF children. FNAF children are so annoying. The problem is, no, they were young adults. They were people from like university, and they were still fucking annoying. They were all man children that grew up with the franchise, being annoying as fuck in a public space.
Legit only 12 people in the theater.
Damn, that's a low. That's a... My theater was full. Hey, Fartface.
There was a girl with Afton Choker cosplaying Chica explaining the plot and yelling.
Yep. That was my experience, Fartface. Thank you for the $5. Yep, the people that don't know how to behave themselves in a public space because they're way too used to socializing with someone over Discord. So they just pretend like they're watching a movie with their Discord buddies, but in the theater. It's like, But that's not a point against the movie. That's just fans being fans and the nature of watching a movie with real hardcore fans on the first day of the movie releasing, you know? So I suppose that makes sense, you know? Dream of Spring says, there was a little kid at the back of the theater and he didn't let a peep out of his mouth. I think you're just cursed, bro. I think that Chilean fans are just very enthusiastic. I saw a bunch of people on cosplay for the movie, and the cosplay was surprisingly high quality, honestly. Surprisingly really good cosplay. I think you're dumped for the $2. Makes me grateful my theater only had 24 people. Skullamelon says, dude, people were cosplaying at my theater too. What cosplays did you guys see? Because I saw a bunch of puppets. Okay, I saw a guy dressed as Foxy. I saw like 3 different puppet girls. Like specifically puppet girls. The alt girl emo craze of emo alt girls dressing up with like black and white stripes and like makeup. There were a bunch of those in the theater. The Joker says, I saw some Freddys. Neon the Cartoon says, I saw a puppet and Chica. Ooh, nice. Skullamelon says, Bonnie, Foxy, Marionette, maybe one Freddy. Freddy gets not really a lot of love in the franchise, and that's kind of sad. Dream of Spring says, there was a girl who went as Bonnie. My cousin and his boyfriend put on makeup that resembled the toys. Ooh.
If you go on Google and type Toy Freddy, there's a cool surprise on the page.
Let's try that out. Oh my god! Oh shit, what the fuck? Why? How much did they pay Google for that? Look at this shit. That's so weird. Why? It should have been the puppet. Like, why Toy Freddy? It's not like he's very important. He's like the least important toy out of all of them in this movie. Anyways, it also works for Toy Chica and Toy Bonnie. Not sure if anyone else. Neat. It should have been the puppet though, because, you know, remember the hallucination of the puppet, like, on the cameras in FNAF 2? Should have been the puppet. Anyways. Yeah, I'm actually kind of glad how much play the toy animatronics got in this one. I always thought that their designs were, like, very underrated. And they kind of served the back seat in the game once the Withereds got introduced. This one is kind of like flipped. The toys get much more play, and the Withereds are much more background specific threats just for Mike Schmidt, you know? Octojoker says Mangle doesn't work for some reason. I loved how unique Mangle's sequence was of, like, them attacking Vanessa in the car. Hey, you got a friend in me?
There was only 2 cosplays. One was the classic purple shirt FNAF1 guard look, and the other was a Fallout jumpsuit.
What the fuck? Why Fallout? Is there a Fallout movie right now on theaters, or was that just random? Mangle is so cool, says Neon the Cartoon. Oh, yo, okay, wait. Okay, you know what? One of my favorite parts in the movie? Did you guys get hyped when you saw Vanessa, like, driving into the fucking house with Mangle on the roof? One of my favorite bits was Vanessa doing the Madame Web, like, moment of driving into the house with Mangle on the roof and then absolutely bodying Toy Freddy. Characters in movies using vehicles as projectiles and weapons will never get fucking old. And then Doug came. Oh yeah, the guy's saying like, you guys look like you need a lawyer. It just, I can't get mad at that, man. That just puts a smile on my face. Resident Evil ass moment, exactly. Hey Dela, thank you for the super chat. Oh. Hey Delad, thank you for the super chat.
Just got back from watching the movie with some friends. What's going on?
We're pretty much about to wrap up the stream, actually, because I think we talked about all that we wanted to talk about for this discussion stream. Overall, we talked about our favorite Easter eggs and fan service moments. We talked about the characters being improved by a lot. We talked about Charlotte being genuinely a great villain, like a better villain than Afton was in the first movie. We talked about how scarily close to FNAF Plus some of the stuff here was. Oh yeah, did anybody notice the ghost hunters in the first few minutes of the movie? You know, the ghost hunters that broke into the old Freddy's location, and then the main girl of the ghost hunters had like a EFM reader, like trying to get signals using like a handheld device, and then going up to the characters on the stage and using the detector on them, and then getting fucking killed by the puppet at the end. That was another thing that made me smile. I'm not claiming anything when I say these things, by the way. I'm not saying that obviously you're gonna have ghost hunters in your spooky haunted animatronic movie, like that's obvious. I'm surprised that it didn't already happen in the first movie. I'm just saying that I feel genuine joy seeing things that I thought would be cool for this series to appear in an official format, and for that to just be out there in the world. I'm genuinely glad that a lot of the stuff that I thought was cool was also thought up by the movie creators and the team for this movie, and I got to see like a slice of that in a different format, you know? It just genuinely brings a smile to my face. Karate Kick says, my thought was, damn, Phisnom be proud. I'm not proud of myself. I'm just glad that the ideas that I wanted to see in an official FNAF project actually came to fruition and actually, you know, appeared in something that people got to enjoy on theaters. I'm not proud of myself. I'm just happy that I feel in tune with the movie creators and what they thought would be a cool sequence to add to their official FNAF project, you know? Neon the Cartoon says, I love when Mangle dismembered the camera guy. I did as well, except it should be more on screen. Like, I know you want these to be PG-13, but come on, Scott, give me on-screen dismemberment, please. Just one little dismemberment, please. Just, you're so close to making some rad kills for your slasher movie. You're so close. Just, it's right there, man.
One moment of the movie that had me rolling has to be the moment when Mike squished the Freddy plush in his hand. and it went her.
Yes, Skello Melon. We talked about that at the beginning of the stream, but I love to bring it up again because it was just so silly, and of course it was a bootleg Freddy plush that had that, and I want an actual plushie that has that soundbite inside of it on a speaker. It was so fucking stupid. It made my entire theater laugh. It was great. Just one little dismemberment as a treat. Yeah, for little Phil. Please, sir, just one little dismemberment. I beg of you, just one little dismemberment, please. I beg, sir, please. Weona says, yeah, this movie is perfect for me because I enjoyed it and had a blast watching all of it. I felt like a kid in a candy store. Exactly. And I think that if you're someone that, you know, is a fan of the series or is a fan of like cheesy slasher horror movies from the 90s, you're gonna have a real fun time here. Just don't take the ending too seriously. If your opinion of a movie is colored exclusively by the ending, you're gonna feel a lot more burnt by this movie than you otherwise would have if you just enjoyed the ride overall, you know? Neander Cartoon says, please give me some gore, Mr. Cawthon. Please give me some gore. Please, a little bit of guts. Please, sir. Kian Rodriguez says, do you think that they'll go as far as remaking the Springtrap loading screen of him trying to get out of the suit in the third movie? I want those motherfucking guts hanging out of that guy, motherfucker. I would love it. Please. Oh, I'm so excited for Afton in the third movie. I'm so excited for Afton. Hey, can you believe the toxic slime VTuber is excited for the movie that has the green rabbit with the green lighting with the corpse of the guy inside of the suit as the main villain? Can you imagine? It's almost like FNAF 3 was built for me specifically, and I am just so excited to see FNAF 3 in the big screen. And I don't know, when the fuck are they gonna do that? How long did it take between FNAF 1 and 2? Hold on. FNAF 1 movie release date. What the fuck? FNAF 1 came out 2 years ago? Yeah. What? That's way too fast. It took 2 years between the first movie and this? That feels way too fast. Oh. Time does not pass by slowly. Time is constantly going faster and faster. I'm gonna be... Oh god, I'm gonna be 28? Wait. I'm gonna be 28 when when FNAF 3 comes out. Oh! Fuck me, dude. Very cold take. Springtrap is the best design in the whole series. They better not fuck him up. You got a friend in me. They better not fuck... Half of the movie's enjoyment, for me, is going to be them doing Springtrap's design justice. Anyways. I think that's about it, really. I had fun with this movie. I'm not gonna say like, oh, this movie is gonna bring me back to the FNAF community. I love this movie. I'm such a hardcore FNAF fan. No, like, I enjoyed it. I'm not much of a cinephile, so like, my opinions on this movie are very surface level because I don't know how to critique movies very well. I just go by vibes, and in my personal experience, I had a lot of fun with this one. It has its flaws, but I believe that those flaws should not make the movie flop. I feel like these should be learning moments for the team to make a better film later. You know, just because there's issues here, it doesn't mean that the movie is horrible overall. And just because these issues exist, it doesn't mean that the team can't improve for the next one. You know? Anyways, that's about it. I think that I got all my thoughts out there. This was just a kind of a short stream just to get my autism out of here. So now hopefully we'll be focusing on fucking Deltarune instead of FNAF. I'm trying to get the Deltarune video out before the end of the year, so please wish me luck on that. I am kind of really mad that it's so easy for me to do FNAF scripts for FNAF videos. But every time I think about Deltarune, my perfectionism takes over and I can't get a single line of that script going. It feels so frustrating because I care so much more about Deltarune than FNAF, man. It sucks. Hey, the lad.
The fact Foxy didn't jump was disappointing. Also, the Candies reference was neat.
The Candies references were very neat. Also, Pop Goes was there. I'm glad that Foxy did not get fooled by the mask. That was a very nice detail. And overall, all the details that they did with the FNAF 2 gameplay moment were amazing and one of the best parts of the movie, in my opinion. Hey, Dodoroku. Oh my god, you got a Gura profile picture. Hell yeah, Dodoroku. Just finished the movie and came back to home. Thanks for your quick review. It helped a lot to my enjoyment. Fuck yeah! When I saw Springtrap, I screamed, "It's the one from Dead by Daylight!" I loved it. Hell yeah, Dodoroku. I'm glad to hear that you had a good time. Before I go, can you guys do me a solid? Can you guys do me like a little favor, please? I always want to motivate people to interact with the scripted videos because the scripted videos help the channel a lot. So if you are currently on the stream right now and are just watching this in the background, could you please go into the should you watch the FNAF 2 movie video and leave a like on that one, please? Leave a like at the very minimum, but if you're very kind, please try to add some kind of comment to it. Maybe like, I don't know, maybe add a comment like, I liked it when BB got fucking killed, or some variation of that comment. Like, I liked it when BB got thrown into a volcano, or I liked it when BB got shot in the Bronx, or I liked it when BB got caught selling meth to the kids in high school, so he got arrested and then thrown in jail, or whatever other stupid thing that's like not actually a spoiler. Because I'm one of my favorite parts was BB getting fucking annihilated in the middle of the movie. I liked it when BB got shanked in prison by all those inmates or something like that. Anyways, if you could just go into my channel and like the FNAF 2 spoiler-free review video, I would really appreciate that because it genuinely helps the channel's visibility a lot. YouTube has been hiding my channel's visibility lately because of a bunch of copyright issues, so if you could help out with the visibility of the channel, I would genuinely appreciate that. Thank you, Lena's Rain, for the membership as well. Hell yeah. Anyways, tomorrow we'll be talking about Toxic Yaoi tomorrow, if you're excited about that. We'll be talking about Has-Been Hotel and Deltarune, so hooray for that. And if you want to support the channel and don't have money to get a membership or donate on the stream's super chat, please just leave a comment and like the spoiler-free review for the FNAF 2 movie. I would genuinely appreciate that. Anyways, it's time to go, everybody. Hope y'all had fun with the movie, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.